We're Legends on Paper, an eclectic group of longtime gamers with a passion for Dungeons & Dragons. We're not voice actors, professional gamers, or paid performers. We're regular people, just like you, except that we'll probably make complete fools of ourselves along the way as we attempt to have fun and entertain. If you enjoyed tonight's production, please follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our channels on Twitch and YouTube. And most importantly, don't forget to tell all your friends. Thank you for joining us on this epic journey as Legends on Paper presents the greatest adventure. Welcome to Legends on Paper, everyone. We begin tonight's session with the departure of one of our friends, but perhaps temporarily, we shall see. Last session began with a desperate battle against an Earth Elemental Guardian set to keep watch on Kirky's warehouse and her teleportation circle in Port Frantic. Unfortunately, Josiini, Howl, and Dakir were all still in their boar forms. And, of course, Kiva and Hildy were under the effects of exhaustion. So, they were a bit at a disadvantage coming into this. The battle was a bit touch and go in the beginning, but as promised by Kirky, finally, Dakir and Josiini and Howl, or not Josiini, but Dakir and Howl reverted back to their boar forms, but oddly, Josiini had not. And so, as the battle began to turn a bit, and at least they were capable of getting out of the warehouse and away from the Earth Elemental into the warehouse district, the Elemental did not follow, fortunately for them. Still dealing with, not sure what to do about Josiini in her boar form. The exhausted party finally settled into two separate inns for reasons that are ridiculous to explain in this summary. So, the next morning, Hal took Josiini in her boar form to the High Priestess Suna, where she was placed on an altar and a holy dagger was plunged into her back, killing the boar with one strike, and thus ending the effects of the polymorph. The good news is that Josiini reverted back to her human form, alive and reasonably well. And after kissing everyone in the temple, she decided it was time to part company with these particular group of heroes. And she bid Howl farewell. So, Josiini de Corporo, former captain of the pirate galley Queen of Tartessos, sauntered towards the docks as the sun rose over the Great Sea. So, as we begin tonight's session, Hal was arriving back at the Lantern Inn, where the rest of the party is gathered. It's, I'm gonna say it's somewhere in the noonish time frame, still in Port Frantic, and that's where we'll pick up. What are you guys gonna do? Hal pops in through the front door, looking a little not himself.
Where's Josiini?
I hope she went
quietly.
Can I get an ale, please? Or wine, mead, whatever you've got.
The server brings one over to you.
Josiini will not be traveling with us any further. He's gonna drink from the cup, and he's gonna finish it all in one go.
Do you want to expand on that?
Well, he killed her, dear.
I didn't kill her.
Oh.
The priest of Soda did.
I'm sorry.
Oh, because she was cursed. You can't keep her alive when she's cursed. She'll just turn evil.
I'm sorry, did you allow a priest to slay our ally?
Yeah, but it didn't last very long, okay? And she's free.
You've got to be better at telling a full story.
Like free of her curse or free of this mortal coil?
Well, free of us, to be frank. But yes, to the curse. Josiini will be finding her own way.
I'm surprised she didn't say goodbye, but...
Well, that's very
okay.
sad.
Are you very surprised?
No.
Yeah.
So you had a priest kill your friend. What?
Alright, so I'll lay the scene. We'll relive this for a moment. I walked into the temple, and I walked out without Josiini. Well, without Josiini as sorry, let me back up.
You are so bad at this.
Listen, I drank a whole thing of wine.
It was one thing.
A whole thing!
You just got here.
It wasn't that
Sit
big.
down, one cup.
Can I have another wine?
Little one arrived in front of you very quickly.
To be fair, he hasn't eaten breakfast yet.
Yeah, correct. I could have had bacon, but no. No, it's... I took Josiini to the temple, and we were taken into a different chamber. I was caught by the surprise as the priest stabbed down into the back of the bowl, and there was Josiini again.
Oh, killing the boar freed her from the curse.
Yeah, it's almost like it's similar to what Kirky said.
Oh. I don't remember everything she said.
Speaking of things that she said, we all had that weird dream sequence, right? Where, like...
And Kiva has come to the most important thing in my mind.
Well,
where...
we may not want to talk about that down here.
I agree with Hildegard. I don't think that's necessary for us to all talk about right now.
Oh no, we should probably talk about it, just not here in a common room.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, we have 3 hotel rooms between us and the city.
Which is all your fault. I told you specifically I was going to rent a room.
No, you said you were going to look ahead.
That's for a room.
Yes, but that didn't mean we were going to commit immediately.
What if it would have been dirty?
It isn't. It's fantastic.
Oh, all right.
God damn it, Gus!
Time out.
What happened?
He just spilled water on my notebook.
Oh, well, at least it's water.
It's water.
We're definitely,
I've got paper towels.
we're
Thank you.
definitely going to
Right in
be
front of you.
across the
Where your
table
arm
from
would
each
be.
other.
Okay.
The real question is, why did I take your eraser?
I'm going to get all of you sippy
That's
cups.
my notes over here.
Legends on paper sippy cups.
The real question is, why did I take the eraser out of the pencil? That's what made me knock.
All right.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like manhandle your stuff, but
That's
just
okay.
Fuck. I'm
trying to
sorry.
get it before any water soaks in anywhere.
Technical difficulties. It's my fault.
I don't think there's anything that's going to lose permanence over
And
there.
this is on the blooper reel, right? That's how this works?
Into the clip.
Hey, once again, Spencer isn't here, and who's the problem?
Still Spencer. What?
We need her to rein you in.
Yeah, if Spencer was here, she probably would have been like,
Gus, why don't you set that here?
Here you go, Kiva. You can just change that out.
Stop.
Oh, I'm just moving.
I moved it out of my way and you moved it back into my way.
While we're in timeout, I'm trying to find it, but what's the holy symbol for Neve again?
Thought you messed up.
For Neve, it's
Moved it out of the way.
an acorn
Closer
with
to me.
Triskel.
I knew it was an acorn. So the acorn was what?
A Triskel. It's like a
Actually,
Oh, it's the three.
the diamond. Yeah,
Yeah, the three. The not
triangle.
side yin yang.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not Triforce.
I know, not a tri-
Or the 3 swirls. I prefer the 3-side yin yang.
Is it like the scale?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I will never remember the term for
So
that.
Vernetta's over there. You're such a mess, all of you. It's a good thing
The Centaur's not staying here. The boar's not coming back. You know, they took us to clean the room. He's a little bit angry.
I apologize.
You're all full of shit. I know what you're saying. And she goes marching off away.
See, we could have talked about it. She wouldn't believe us either way.
This wouldn't have happened if you stayed at the hotel I rented.
I've had it up to. No, I've had it up to here with your attitude.
Oh,
To be fair, he did just lose all his babies.
I just glare at you. I'm whittling away at a piece of wood that I seem to be trying to mold into like
Oh God, just because we're not at your fucking hotel does not mean you can make a mess here.
Was
sawdust.
that like part to the table? Where did you get the wood? Was that like? I'm gonna look.
Where'd my plate go?
Do I have like a missing chair leg or something?
I don't know. Where did he get the wood? It's a mystery.
I didn't need a chair to sit at this table.
That's true. He did not.
That poor chair.
No one will
Bethany's
notice.
going to be really pissed when she finds out. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So as you gather and learn about the fate of Josiini, which turned out to be, you know, better than expected, although sad that she basically fucked off without saying anything to anybody except for Hal. You have the day in Port Frantic to do what you like. Is there anything you'd like to do in the city? Again, it's only about midday. It's a very busy, vibrant port city. Lots of lumber coming through. You can smell it. So fresh as the wagons pass by. And then there's the road north to the City of Courth. So the day is yours.
I mean, I know what I'd like to do, but I have to wait till I don't have levels of exhaustion. So,
Well, I think you got what, one more night, and that'll
Yeah.
take care of it.
We don't need to. Just because you're jet lagged does not mean that we need to sit around for a whole day.
yeah, I know.
Dakir, I don't mean to get you angry, but we're probably going to need to acquire some horses.
I don't say anything. I just go back to my whittling. I'm making a stack of these little emblems.
What is there to do here in Port Frantic?
Well, you can rent boats,
Okay. So.
or you could leave town.
Okay. That's
and
two options.
there's a couple of inns you can sleep at.
We checked off two of them on our list.
I mean, none of us have ever been here before. I've been napping all day because I still feel like shit.
Eldegard, are you still feeling tired as well?
Not as tired as her, but she's frail.
Perhaps we should take another day and then tomorrow we can do what we came here for and look for Lucian.
Is Lucian here or is Lucian in Court?
Lucian is in the castle at Courth. Well,
At Courth.
Courth is the kingdom. This
Courth
is all
is-
Courth. This is the city in Courth.
Is this the city in Court?
This is a city in Courth.
All right, Digby. What city are we supposed to be in?
Well, right now we're in Port Frantic, but if we go to the castle, the king, of course, and his counselor Lucian is supposed to have some knowledge that might help us on our quest.
How long do we think to travel to we can see the castle, right? So it was like, no? Okay.
No, you're in Port Frantic. And
No, in fact, I've looked in every direction. I can't see a castle right there.
there are stone structures in. This is not a small city, but the Kingdom of Courth is comprised of two major cities, Port Frantic and the City of Courth,
Yeah.
of the same name as the kingdom. That's further north. That's further north. So
Do we know how many days travel will be to Court?
4.
Okay. Well, let's take another day of rest here. He just goes over his head.
Like 18 days by boat.
The fact that you even took that into consideration, Dakir.
I am not doing that.
Dakir, you are the only one who has gotten a good night's sleep.
I'm sorry, did the children of your people die the other day?
A lot of them, actually.
You're still hung up.
Every day.
You're hung up about a dog and you're mad at me about children.
What are you making?
I'm going to use these as substitute graves tonight. I'd like to have some sort of...
You're gonna bury this for your dead centaur babies?
It's symbolic.
That's very nice of you.
I'm not sure it'll do anything. I don't have the best relationship with Neve, but
Well, they'll rot. I mean, they're wood.
I suppose you're right.
So
Kiva,
it's
you would know
fine.
more about this than me.
It's the same.
I don't know the traditions of your people,
I know.
but I know a little bit of Sylvan culture in general, just through osmosis. I could help you with it tonight.
No, I've never had to do this with the absence of bodies, but I was hoping you would offer some sort of symbolic gesture.
Tonight.
Thank you.
But one question: how did you get the priest to agree to help you?
I just went in looking for help.
I have never met a priest who would just do a miracle or help.
Maybe you
In all
followed the wrong
fairness.
god.
In all fairness, the god of it's a priest of Suna versus Luna. Luna.
Are you trying to
Luna.
start a fight?
A little bit, yes. Actually, I'm 2 drinks in and I'm quite feisty.
I can tell you're spilling drinks everywhere.
Yeah, well, we'll clean it up later. And third of all, it wasn't really that much of a miracle. He kind of just stabbed the fucking bull.
And it turned into a girl.
We were bulls, and then you turned into a girl, and then a bear, and we don't question.
She was never a boar, dear.
No.
Hal, I think
Oh, you were.
we should all support Dakir and attend his silly little ceremony for his dead babies.
You really don't have to. That's okay.
No,
No,
I want to be there.
me and Kiva are fine.
I want to be there. I like the one. He had cute spots.
I don't mean to be rude, but none of them had spots.
No, if you lift up their tail, he had a big pink spot.
Motherfucker. All right, Hildegard, you and Hal can come. Listen, it's tomorrow night, okay? Tomorrow night.
Full deception.
I don't even need to.
He's saying that because he's going to do it tonight, but he wants us to go do something else, so we're not there.
I think you're on to something.
He's traumatized.
Yeah,
We should not let him out of our sight.
probably not.
He'll get up and go around to the side of the table and hug him and pat his back.
There's like a squelching sound.
Sort of.
Ugh.
Why are you squelchy?
From you.
You.
Hildy's not squelchy. Hildy's dry and withered.
Get elastic.
Ooh, again.
It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Thank you, Hildegard.
Well,
You can stop now.
you're one of us, dear.
Right. I appreciate the gesture.
He lost his whole family to the creeping thing.
On to other topics. Maybe.
I guess we are discussing it. So, Hildy, what was that whole thing about, like... It felt like a half hour of backstory, just... in a whole dream sequence.
What do you mean, dear?
How old are you?
Well,
Oh, silly question. Like,
Didn't
sorry,
we,
I asked.
we knew this already, didn't we?
Yeah, but I didn't think I...
We didn't believe it.
Just
Well, we didn't believe it.
No.
Was it breaking like 3,500 years?
Yes.
it's around 3,000 years ago, I think.
What a day. You know, you age surprisingly well.
Well,
I don't know how to feel about that.
well,
It's because you're made of plastic. You're elastic, isn't it?
no, it's because I went into the cave and then I came out and the world had changed. But that's not what's really important. What's really important is it seems like for some reason my father broke up the Radiant Crown into parts and sent them away with various people of the mud, and that kind of lends itself to my vision of the 4 towers in different directions if they scattered to different parts of the world to hide the crown. And if Courth is south of Lyonesse, then maybe we're looking for a lily white tower, but I don't know if that's symbolic or if it's real.
Would you know it if you see it?
Well, I would know if it was the same tower I had in my vision, but I don't know if the tower I had in my vision was real or if it was a symbol of a tower. Like, these aren't really dead centaurs. I could probably just break one if I wanted to, but they're symbolic.
It's almost gotten to the point where it doesn't even register with me anymore.
Hildegard, where, you mentioned Lyonesse. Is there a tower in Lyonesse?
No, they didn't know anything about it.
And there wasn't one in Eves either.
But you think that there's one in Courth?
Oh no, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But Lucian is supposed to have some clue towards the history or where to look for the Radiant Crown, and he might know some answers.
As long as he gives us a starting point, we can figure out the rest.
Well, we have a starting point. We started in Lion's Gate.
Well, he's supposed to give us a more direct starting point to where the parts of the crown are located. By the way, I know Hal's been calling you Digdy. Is that what you prefer to go by?
Well, no, not right now. I feel like I need to remember and reclaim some parts of my past, but that was what people called me once upon a time. It means queen of everything she surveys, so if you want to call me that now,
Well, we're lucky
it's
you're
fine, or we could wait.
we're lucky you're nearsighted. I was proud of myself.
That is the funniest thing you have ever said to Kier.
Oh, that's now.
Well,
No, but the people that he gave the crown to, I don't know if they're relatives, if they're friends or enemies. I remember their names, but that's about as far as that goes.
you remember the names?
Yes.
What are the names?
Whose name?
The people that he gave the pieces of the crown to.
The women or the men?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes. Both.
Oh,
Who are the people that he were given the pieces?
well, there was Lofren. He was given a crown piece.
Girlfriend?
Yes. And then there was Valia. She was given a crown piece. Then there was Nuada, and he was given a crown piece. And then there was Lugas, and that's my dad. But I don't remember him much. He wasn't around. He was all busy making trolls and giants, bringing home fresh gnomes.
So these are the 4 pieces.
You know, the gnomes will tell you we didn't make them, but don't listen. Same as those dwarves. The Verger are like, we were around when the elves and
Trust
what
me,
the day didn't make
I
us.
am unfortunately familiar with that aspect. So these are the 4 people that were given pieces.
What for?
Hildegard, stay with me. Stay with me for 1 second.
Yes,
Dig deep, dig deep.
yes.
These are 4 people.
Lugas, Nuada,
Nuada.
Lofren, and Valia.
Valia. Okay. Clementine will remember this.
Why don't you tell Kevin? He remembers everything.
Kevin's up in the room.
Oh,
Do you know anything else about them besides their names?
well,
Talents, abilities, strengths,
Personality,
Location.
general moral compass?
well,
likelihood
I
of
know.
lethal traps.
How did you all not remember this?
I don't know if I was there.
I could feel you breathing over my shoulder. Okay, so Drogon is the guy who broke the crown,
Drogon.
and Lofren, she kind of loves Drogon, but I don't know if he loves
But Drogon doesn't have a piece.
And Valia is Drogon's sister, and Nuada is Drogon's brother, and that probably means my dad was something to Drogon, but I don't know what.
Is that your grandpa?
Maybe, or my uncle, or maybe him and my dad were doing it when he wasn't with Lofren. I don't know.
Okay.
But it would make sense if he gave them to people he loved and or trusted, that my dad probably had some relation with him. And that's about all I know.
Okay.
Does anyone else feel like we're in over our heads?
I think we've been in over our heads from the second that I met Hildy, but I personally... It can't get worse. It's already bad. It would always be bad, so let's just keep going.
Everybody says it couldn't get any worse till they get stabbed in the eye, and then all of a sudden it's worse.
So we're in agreement. Today will be a day of rest. We will see the small ones off the best we can without having their bodies. And then tomorrow we should probably get some intel on how long it'll take us to travel to Courth and
Wait up!
information.
And Hal just shouts out.
Renata just kind of waves away one of the servers. Marches over. Yes, what can I help you with?
How long is a trip to Courth from here?
Depends on how you go.
Let's say by foot or by wagon.
Yes. Well, you could take the two-brake carriages, and it will take you 3 days. You can walk, which will take you probably 5 or 4, depending on how fast you walk and if you're running. But you have the old lady with you, so I think probably 5 days, maybe 6 to walk. I would recommend the two-brake carriages, and that you have your own horses, but they are not in my stable.
Thank you. I appreciate
Was there something else?
it.
More sawdust sprays up.
And I give her 2 gold pieces.
As you're handing that over, I just blow the rest of the sawdust off the
And I
envelope.
throw a silver on the pile. I apologize for him. He's a horse in a tavern.
He's sad his babies died.
Somehow she just gives the whole table this long stare.
It's a
And
bit
then
of a nightmare.
slowly begins to clutches the coins and it slowly begins to back away. Looking over her shoulder as she finally turns and moves back to the bar.
I know you don't know any better, but those are severely fighting words in my culture.
Oh, don't be so Philly.
And here we go.
I was gonna say that one insult sounded like that one insult from what I remember of the thing that we're not supposed to talk of. That one would make much more sense. Oh. Never mind. I'm gonna guess you've heard that.
I just look at the empty glasses in front of you and look back to you.
Okay, Kiva, what about your necklace from your husband? Can I tell you if he's dead?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I did not have this. I've never seen this before in my fucking life. But I had a dream where I had it, and I woke up and it's here. So
We all saw
Well, just as a correction, you have seen it. You knew it belonged to him. It has his name on it.
yes,
You knew that it belonged to him, and that's kind of the weird part. You have it now.
yeah. Let me repeat. I haven't seen this in like a year and a half, and now I have it. So I figure I'll deal with this tomorrow. I'll go down to the docks, ask them some questions about it. They would know more than
Does
I
it
would.
teleport back to you when he dies?
That is rude, but also way more complicated than I think you think it is. Like magic-wise.
All right.
Like, I don't know a lot, but I know that one.
How about you, Howl?
What?
Was the beautiful woman chasing your dead dog somebody?
Did I recognize her face at all?
She looked familiar to you.
Familiar. Did she remind me of the Fat Man's daughter?
That's what I was thinking.
Because he said raven hair. And
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
You've seen them.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, her, you have the image in your dream. No, you have not seen her before, but she looks really familiar.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you.
And I guess the only thing that might help you a little bit is that she looked tribal, as I described her, wearing furs and all that. So
Not really sure. It looks familiar. but I couldn't place the face.
Was she a caveman like you?
All right. So I'm gonna pause for a second. I know we like ragging on Dakir for being a horse.
No, dear. I don't mean that in a bad way. I remember when I was a little girl, we used to watch you folks. You would chase the mammoths with your little spears, and it was fun. I don't know if you know that's why your forehead is so big.
I had an idea. Thank you.
Oh. All right.
I'll pat Dakir on the hand.
We're not going to talk about your babies, dear.
Thank you.
They don't really blame you. That was just you having a bad dream. You're fine.
Do I hear them?
Who?
The babies.
Oh, not,
Oh my god! I didn't know that. I might not even went there. I mean, I thought,
It actually reminded me to even ask about that.
That's your sister.
I probably would have, but I might not have went there.
you'll hear them right now.
Have I sensed that happen?
No, because it's been a very, very short time
Okay.
since that occurred. So no,
You haven't soul bonded to them yet.
the voices that you hear mostly at night.
I know. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. My bad.
I forgot about that whole part of your character for a second.
Try to sprinkle it in, but
Don't worry, none of us characters know it.
it's just a flat stare.
Well, I bet you do because you saw his part of the dream. So you have some idea.
I figured he's just schizophrenic.
That
That is a fair
valid-
assumption.
Yes, a very valid assumption.
What the fuck goes on in that head?
Camera just pans from my perspective. It's just screaming. Like, why are you still traveling with them? You're useless. You're so weak.
Do you hear voices too? I hear them all.
Well, I'm still a little tired. I'm probably going to go take a nap. Do you want to find us some horses? You'd probably be the best judge of things.
Ignoring the obvious slight, I will look for where we can
She doesn't see it as a slight. She.
procure. I know.
All the day are just racist by default. Like she's honestly pretty progressive.
She also sees herself as honest, which is baffling.
Because she's
Honest about her.
Wait.
You've lied constantly.
So I'm just gonna let you see one part of my character sheet. Just because Hildy says she's honest,
Oh, okay.
yeah, she says she's honest.
Hildy has never once seen herself as honest.
She also says that she's the queen of the world.
I didn't say of the world. I said of all I survey, and that's what Digda means in 12th day. For all you know.
Yeah. I'm pretty tired too, but I'll go with you for a little bit.
You sure I could just take Hal? We could use the buddy system. You can rest here with Hildegard. Hal and I can go.
I want one with spots, Hal.
My bleeding.
Spots. Do you want
How about at sunset?
Do you want a cinnamon horse?
That way we have.
No.
When they're not.
No, I like the ones
Do it early.
that look like
That's
they're all
fine with
white
me. I
and
thought you
somebody
would be
just
more
splashed
comfortable
paint
at
on them.
Oh, okay.
Blue eyes is
What color
I
paint?
care about.
I don't care. I like all the colors.
Okay, but like we got like chestnut brown, we got like light brown, we got like black.
Pink?
I'll see what I can do.
All right.
I think I saw a patch
Whoa.
of trees.
Is there a patch of trees or like something
Are you
outskirts of town?
starting to go out now?
No, I'm just thinking from when we were initially walking through town, do we see where civility ends and nature begins?
Well, right now you're kind of in the center of the city.
Yeah, okay.
So you only see wooden buildings around you. But you are aware that there's lots of grassy hills and trees outside the city.
Okay.
You can even see mountains in the distance to the north.
Any general direction west?
Definitely not south, because that would be
Water.
the water, yes. But in all the other directions, you would have seen the semblance of trees and forests and, grassy hills and so forth. Mountains mostly to the north.
So due west at dusk. All right, Hal. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go see what we're dealing with.
So technically, you can lose, depending on if you rest, you can lose that last exhaustion, within 8 hours.
Yeah.
So, which it doesn't all have to be like sleeping, you just be hanging out. So you probably would have gone through just hanging out here at
Yeah.
the tavern 4 hours of your long rest.
Oh yeah, that's
So
yeah. So I'll just spend until like dusk just fucking around doing nothing of real relevance.
yeah, so you'll lose that fairly quick. I think Hildy is done with it already.
I think so, yeah, because she had meditated.
Right. So you got that extra off. So so you're good. So the two of you heading out into the town. You're in the marketplace again, fairly busy. You see the various shops around the perimeter. You see the various kiosks and carts and set up in the. It's obviously a lot of temporary stalls. Some foreigners, some local people, that set up and then go home at night. And you know from the night before that the market is fairly clear. It's almost as like nobody's there at night. The carts are gone. It's completely clear. And other things might occur at other events may occur in the market at night. You just. Are you looking for stables specifically?
I figure we go more inland to where like the trading routes would begin and stuff like that, and there would probably be rental carriages and stuff like that set up.
Okay.
He did specify Tuberric carriages?
Oh, yeah, two carriages. Yeah.
If that's a thing, like historical wise, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. As you move out of the market plots of the central market area of town, along one of the broad avenues going north, it's fairly wide. This is the widest avenue. Is the one going north. You can see off in the distance that it maintains a straight line until it actually gets out of town. So in the distance you can see, especially with your sight, you can see that the dirt, hard pounded dirt road that's wide enough for two carriages to pass on each side, goes on for probably a quarter of a mile. And then the city just kind of basically just begins to break up and, just fewer and fewer buildings until it's just open field. And then the forest in the distance, not maybe 200 yards beyond that. But it's not heavy forest, light forest, trees here and there. You see a number of muted yellow carriages that are moving up and down this broad avenue, and they're moving off into one street or another, going either north or coming south. And you can see the sign on the side of each one of them that says Tuberric carriages. So there's kind of a distinction of that particular carriage company. As you continue on, you can see that there are all kinds of different shops. If you want me to tell you specifics of the shops, I can. And you also note that there's kind of a hub toward the edge of the city where you see lots of yellow carriages, as if that's kind of like where they kind of are dispatched from to go wherever they're going. And then the main road just continues out of the city. So you see the carriages. There's clothing stores, jewelers, there's leather workers. Roll perception, if you want, just as you're kind of, in case anything specific or unusual comes up.
That's a no for me. I rolled a 5 on the dice.
Yeah, so Bowyer Fletcher's, artisan shops, a butcher, another one of the herb and spice type places, tattoo shop, fish and tackle. So, lots and lots of different shops. And there's stables that you can see up not far from, like almost across the street from where Tuberric's carriages are located. So,
Do you have anything else you need to pick up while we're out?
I might visit the tattoo shop and maybe a clothing store today.
Interesting.
First, do we want to go by horseback? Keep in mind, we might have to purchase the horses outright. Versus if we take Tuberric carriages, we can just book passage one way.
I don't know
and then
why.
possibly even teleport back to Lionsgate.
I think we should just take one Tuberric carriage. That would fit one pilot, 2 passengers, and I'm thankful to just be walking on my own hooves on solid ground.
Keep in mind, you will be doing that for 3 days straight. Basically.
How do you think I normally walk?
Listen, sometimes you're not going to be able to take a load off, and I might race you with the carriage.
You can race me with the carriage.
Okay. All right. I was just asking if you wanted a price check first.
I think one carriage ought to do us fine. And if Lyonesse has a system where you could rent them for the day instead of buying them outright, I'm sure a trading hub like this will have the same arrangement.
For individual horses is all I was saying.
No.
Yeah.
The carriages I'm looking at, is it 1 or 2 horses pulling them?
There are different size carriages. And just to kind of to get, without this getting overcomplicated, what you find is that the carriages are, you basically rent. You have a driver, and you basically just purchase passage to the main areas. Like most of them seem to be going to Courth, the City of Courth.
They're taxis. Okay.
And then coming back, and then there's
Or
others
even
that are
yellow.
I thought it was like rent it and drop it off there. Like I thought it was more of a- I thought it was a U-Haul, not a taxi.
Yeah.
Hey, this is better. Hey, this is better.
So yeah, I mean, essentially kind of like taxis, but a little bit more luxurious. You can see that they're all very finely fitted, and they have very nice either leather, patent leather, or like fur lined. Not that it matters to you, because you wouldn't be sitting in any of the interiors.
I don't even know how.
With curtains on the sides, and and so on and so forth. Different sizes. Some drawn by 4, some by 6, some by 2. Some are quite large and elegant, and of course, the cost. Some of them, you're with other people. It's almost like a bus, going to Courth.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, the 3 of us in the same building.
No,
With
that's
strength.
asking for trouble.
How bad could it possibly be?
I mean, that's roleplay opportunities.
It is. How much shit?
In character, there's no way I would ever go for that.
You're not riding in the cart.
Doesn't matter. I know you. I know you 3.
I could be civilized.
The other interesting thing you do find out is that it is a 3-day, going to Courth specifically, it's 3 days. So you're looking at 2 nights staying somewhere, and they have wayside inns that they advertise. So they have an inclusive package that includes staying at those, and others that, you just camp at the side of the road.
I'm looking at this sign that says all-inclusive. What are the odds you think that this will go all according to plan, and we would be able to stop at all these inns where nothing going on the road?
Well, we only need to stop twice, so I'd say 50-50 shot we make it to either one.
That's very generous, but... Are the rates advertised?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So the most simplest fare, the base fare, is a silver piece per day, and per person, and that's camping on the side of the road every night.
Okay.
Okay, and then you have from there you have up to the luxurious price with the more expensive rooms that you can stay at the wayside inns, and you don't know what kind of, you have no idea what a wayside inn here is.
Yeah.
When you think of it in Lyonesse or Eru, you're thinking something very simple cottage type thing, a little tavern on the side of the road. But there are several price points going up to like 10 gold a night.
10 gold a night?
A person.
A night.
Ooh. A night a person.
Well, it's advertised as room.
Oh.
10 gold.
So we
room.
got to figure at least 20 if we did that one.
So I mean, you can get a room for 3 silver, plus your passage.
We'll just tell them they were sold out of that one. We're not.
I don't know.
paying
It'd be
20
pretty
gold
baller to
pass.
show up in Courth in like the most tricked out carriage after spending time at your hotel, but along the road. I'm just saying, we could use some comfort.
Are you offering to pay?
I mean, we could just tell Hildy that it costs about 40 gold a piece. Probably she can float the whole trip.
I've seen her coin purse. She could definitely afford it.
No, I think simple livings, simple lodgings.
I agree.
It will suffice.
All right. So
An average per person for decent lodgings and transportation is gold for the whole trip per person.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that one.
And that's like average.
Okay.
So you can definitely go way up or back down to where
Yeah,
you're
we'll take the middle road gold per
Yeah.
gold per person for the whole trip. You said? Yeah. So 4 gold.
gold.
Oh, you should definitely tell her it costs more.
Do you want to roleplay this out, or do you just want to say?
No, that's why I just wanted
Definitely get a nicer room
As
than
far
that.
as
So I'll drop that now as a way of reserving it for us if I can.
Okay, well, the will ask you, would you like us to pick you up at wherever your accommodations are today?
How many stops can you make?
As many as you require. This is only for you.
Well,
For your party.
I'm staying at the Lantern.
I'm staying at the Triant.
Oh, a trail. No, very well, no problem. Just tell us what time to arrive, and we will
like
be
the
there.
look he
Well,
gave
you've seen the
you.
driver. They will arrive for your party of 5, you said yes?
Yes.
Four.
4.
4.
I got used to
Four,
doing
that's
5.
good.
We were 4. We were 5.
You know what? No, metagaming. All right, 4.
Would you require we have a very specific type of carriage for the folk of Centaur, if you would like to ride inside.
How common are my people here that you have?
You've seen quite a few of them.
To be fair, they've been in every city we've been to, basically.
I'm like looking around for what carriage.
I'm thinking centaurs are like elves. I mean, they're
They
around.
basically are.
They're
I've
a
seen
significant minority.
Well, a few a
Well, you
year.
talked to one, but
Yeah.
you've seen a bunch.
You were kind of ditching them the night before, but
that's true.
as you're walking through the city, you see them.
Yeah.
But again, they're just they're with other people, with other centaurs. There's
might
a
have
few
to
elves
retire,
around, a couple of cabooders,
It's
some
okay,
dwarves.
Nikia. You guys are people too.
Yeah.
We'll just take the normal carriage. I prefer to walk.
Okay. All right. And he just kind of glances over, and you can see that there's a rather large carriage that has like a ramp in the back of it. That
We got a little handicap,
A
right?
little cushiony bed inside the lean.
Gotta love the Americans with disability.
Oh, got a hammock. Got a hammock in
I was
there.
imagining just like a mattress bolted to the wall for us to lean over.
Americans with disability. The CDA.
That's right.
Thank you.
If you change your mind, you let us know.
Well, we'll say mid-morning. You can pick us up.
We'll call it like 10 a.m.
Okay.
No, not everyone has a water clock.
You know?
Sundial watch.
Only works if you're standing still.
It only works when you're facing a very specific
Yeah,
direction.
it's a very specific direction. Yeah.
And the sun's out.
Well,
Okay.
thanks to my keen mind feed, I always know which direction north is.
Well, that's all my business handled. If you want, I'll hang around while you do your business at the tattoo shop.
You want to go shopping with me?
I just want to make sure we don't get in any trouble. I think the budget system is paramount.
Do you see any weapons with me? They're all up in the ring.
Mine are on me.
Every little trouble we can get into. Do not look at the sword on my back.
Not necessarily.
I do have the glowing sword still with me.
Okay.
Hildy's playing checkers with Kevin.
More worried about others than us.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, he's using
Meanwhile-
his tongue to move pieces.
Yeah, so,
No, I'm like, which one? All right, then.
so meanwhile, Kevin,
It's like an amoeba. He can...
He has sticky skin. He could stick his tongue in like.
I'm just
you've
moving
never
the
seen
pieces
that.
for it.
Amoeba's seen things with Kevin.
is there anything you wanted to talk to Kevin? He's very happy to play, Dragon Chess or whatever the hell game with you.
No.
No? Okay. All right. So it's just a fairly cordial, cold conversation that's taking place. So it's move it forward, just one. I see what you're doing. I see you have that behind your back, you little bitch. Now get out. But this is what you guys come back to.
We are stopping because
Okay.
Al does want to purchase some more normal clothing.
Okay. Yeah, there's several clothing shops, fine clothing. You in this city, you haven't seen really, except in Iru, the cities that you guys have been to, and Tartessos. There's not like a very low caste of people, homeless or even the trade folk. All seem like they're well dressed, very professional, very neat and tidy. Not quite uniformy, but it kind of gives you that impression. A lot of the bakers, they kind of wear the same style of clothes. A lot of the laborers and so forth, and the carriage drivers, they all have this almost uniform type look to them. And then just the regular people, they all wear very stylish clothing. So even the regular clothes to you look like really fucking fancy clothes. and that's just regular stuff.
Gotta fit in.
Yeah, you can easily go in and get your size, and of course they'll want to to measure you and fit you for something extraordinary, but you can buy it right off the rack.
Awesome. I want to find something like practical, doesn't look out of place with, like somebody who would do physical labor a little bit more in course.
So yeah, so something
A little more simple, on the simple end.
which is all available.
Yeah.
So simple clothing, just regular citizenry clothing, travel clothing type stuff. Your breeches and your tunics, maybe a cloak.
Regular
one.
jeans and unbuttons now.
No, I was thinking overalls.
All right.
Just like a little fur upon the nape of the cloak for you. And everything you're wearing is it's got fur all over it, and not just one kind of fur. Yeah, this is not at all appealing.
Well,
Mr. Harold, I have to say. What?
They have some sentimental value.
The fur? What, did you place it there yourself? It looks like you might.
Well, I killed it, skinned it myself.
There you
adorned
go.
my
There you go.
family.
That's the problem. There's no sense of organization with you. To look at you, it's a very chaotic moment. It just makes my eyes hurt. Let's get you something dressed appropriately.
Yeah, I agree. I do have one request.
Okay?
I would like you to incorporate some of the bear fur, if possible, from this pouch.
It smells as if it needs to be burned. And you want to put it on my fine threads? How would you...
How much to clean it?
What? The fur?
Yeah, to get the scent out.
I don't know that we can get the scent out of this.
Good. Good, I like it.
How about we make you a hat? A fur hat.
Your ears.
It's one of those anime hats that hang down, like the
pull the
paws are
string in
down
the
here. Yeah.
It look like I'm in the fucking Alamo. Actually, if you could take a section of it and make a hat, something easy to take all it off. Yeah, I'd like that.
Very well. Where are you staying? We'll have it delivered to you.
I'm staying at the Lantern. We are leaving about 10 a.m.
You'll have it there first thing in the morning, just after dawn.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. How much do I owe?
75 gold. No, I just kidding. 7 silver, please.
7 silver?
That's for the
Absolutely.
clothes, the hat, everything.
Yes, absolutely. And any of the leftover fur from the bear, I do.
Will you burn it? Don't you worry. Don't
Oh, I would like it.
No, you'd like us to burn it? Yes, of course.
No,
No.
no.
I was trying to understand.
Yeah, I'll give you 10 silver. I just want the fur back.
Very well, you put it in a sack and we will
Thank you.
perfume it for you so it's not so terrible and make sure you...
And Howl's gonna, like, totally not reading the room, grab his hand, give him a big handshake. It's like, thank you, sir.
Just kind of like a lip cod, Just, how can I help?
The problem is that the mismatched fur was for your dog.
No, I don't have the dog's fur. It got ate by the turtle. And then, so I have that.
Before you leave, out of morbid curiosity, what kind of clothes do you have that suit my people?
What is morbid about that? Why do you say morbid? Morbid curiosity.
Specifically about
We have a whole section over here, bloody centaur.
the lower
Can you not
half.
see?
Yeah, saddle blankets.
You know, just
Polite
how we
centaur.
treat him, he thinks the entire
Polite
world is
centaur, they
not
cover
him.
themselves and often use a penis sheath.
That's what I was asking. Okay.
And we have them in metal, we have them in leather, we have them in fur.
And my people
Don't use his fur. Oh my God, that would turn everything off.
my people buy these things and they use them.
In polite society, of course. And you all come, every one of you come from Gaddies and you're wearing nothing. You get to let it dangle out like barbarians.
Hey! I'm coming!
Sorry,
chimney bits!
sorry. You did, yeah. Worse than barbarians. Now we have to cultivate you, we take you, and we help you to understand how to act in civilization. Yes.
I no longer like the city.
But if you're not comfortable with the penis sheath, then we can give you, the longer textiles along the thigh.
I greatly prefer my penis unsheathed. Thank you very much.
That's how they all
That's not very safe.
They all start this way.
That's racism as opposed to Hildy.
We're racist up against fucking centaur.
Hildy honestly believes there's a difference and she's not saying anything wrong. That's mean.
Does she though?
Yeah.
You're telling me she honestly, but you just told us your honesty is lies.
No, I said she honestly believes.
There's layers to it, because you talk regularly about eating gnomes.
Not anymore. I don't eat gnomes
You
anymore.
talk about it a lot.
Well,
The 12th of
Don't you-
May.
Are people not allowed to grow?
don't you miss your first creme brulee? Don't you remember it fondly?
What the hell is a creme brulee?
It's like a gnome with sugar on top.
You see, when Hildy says that she made the gnomes, like the 12th they made the gnomes, what they really did is they made the gnomes into pies and cakes.
Pops.
Basically, Twinkies. So
Twink, maybe.
ancient Twinkies. So I mean, but they do have quite an elaborate array of clothing, specifically for Centaur. Mostly, tunics and stuff, but they also have the long draping. I forget what they call them. They go over your back and then down the sides.
Joust.
Exactly, that's what.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
so-
Like horse blankets.
Tapestry or whatever.
Tapper for horse.
yeah, I'd have to look it up again. I can't remember, but
I was about to ask, do they have them?
yeah, they have a lot of that sort of thing in lots of different colors and styles and so on and so forth.
And
I don't know what to kill you. You look pretty fucking sick, like, with one of those.
I'm thinking about picking one up just in case we have to
Look,
meet
they
with
even have
nobility
one
again.
that with black and skulls on it. It fits your whole depressing vibe.
And it's got like the little, instead of like little square danglies, it's like little daggers.
Yeah, I think I would take one of those. What are the colors for Courth?
The colors for Courth, their main the symbol for Courth is a huge giant oak tree, which is their cultural trade. So the green and the white
Green and white.
is what you primarily see in like the banners.
Okay. So I'll get like a nice green and white long drapey outfit.
Okay, yeah, you can get for a couple of silver.
Yeah, I'm not wearing it right now, but
Okay.
I want to have it in case we meet with nobility again. I don't have to wear my weird leather
And
armor.
I guess as a point of interest, the centaur that you have seen in this city, almost all of them are clothed in that fashion.
Okay. It was very confusing to me at first.
A bit of culture shock, isn't it?
I'm just not. Yeah, I suppose you could call it that. I'm used to my people running free and with not quite so much restriction.
Tell me about
Called
it.
a comparison.
Comparison.
Basically, CAPARISON.
A Capri Sun.
Yeah.
There's another word.
It is derived from the Latin caparo, meaning a cape.
Oh.
Horse
Yeah,
names.
there's another word for a different, a similar type of that I was thinking about. Look it up.
Centaur comparison.
But yeah, you get the idea. So
I'm gonna
they
call it horse
you can
name.
take it with you, or they will deliver it to you in the morning.
I'll just have it boxed up and take
Okay,
it.
all right. All right, so I'll tie it up for you. Anything else?
What would I know about? Would I know anything about Sylvan or like Sylvan broadly, but Centaur specifically, like traditions or like funeral stuff?
Nobody's getting help.
Just because I'm
Yeah.
I'm a druid,
What the
and no matter how much of a bad student I was still there for years.
Yeah, but your exposure to the Sylvan has been very little.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Is there anything I would know? Like just
Roll a history. Roll a history.
Yeah. Okay. That's an 18 on the dice. Do I subtract anything? No, 18.
Okay, that's not bad. I guess related to this specifically, perhaps in your history you've come across. I mean, it wouldn't be unusual for a Sylvan druid to visit the Enclave in Yeru. So you would have certainly met them and come across them. So maybe in conversation, you would have found out that primarily all Sylvan, when they die, return to nature. And that's their kind of philosophy. They return to nature. And their spirit goes to the place that it's a little bit complicated, and maybe you didn't get that deep into it since you're not Sylvan, but yeah, so their bodies are typically either buried in the ground or they are burned in whatever way that they send the body, or even taken to the ocean, depending on their desire.
Gotcha. Cool. So, I figured like in the afternoon while everyone is like, while these two are on their shopping trip and while Hildy is playing chess against the box, playing dragon chess with the box and cheating wildly, which I can hear through the very thin walls.
And yes, and Kevin complaining.
Just because he says she's cheating doesn't mean she is. Maybe he just sucks at chess.
Kevin has not lied yet.
That is unfortunately true.
Not that I can verify.
Howell believes everything Kevin has said. That's different.
Sorry, that was me.
Yeah, we heard.
Volume's a little bit too high. Yeah. Okay, so
I'll be leaving. Well, I'll be leaving a bit earlier and head east out of the city just to see if I could find like a nice clearing.
okay, all right. So before evening comes.
Yeah, before evening comes, I see if I can find like a nice clearing, and as I go, I pick up like some acorns on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, which way are you heading out?
East.
East. Okay. Toward the east, it's you'll easily get out of the fields. There's some tertiary roads going out to settlements in the distance. You see farms here and there. There'll be an area over in that direction where you see more trees that you could head to, and it's not heavy forest at this point. You can see in the distance maybe a couple miles, you know, in the elevation as the hills climb a bit. A heavier forest, but that's a good distance away. But there are areas where there's clusters and copses of trees where you can pick up acorns or find a little clearing, unless you want to go deep into the forest.
I'll go where there's some small copse of trees, and then like go to a nice area that's uncultivated, but maybe not like foresty, and just set up to wait. And 1 second, I need to make sure that I know what this spell does.
Okay. Yeah, so it'll be easy enough to find that in this fairly open area with, forests and just a bit of farmland outside. It's not a hugely populated area. And so while you're doing that, the two of you guys in the city doing anything?
Paid for our clothes.
Paid for
You
the
took
carriage.
yours. Mine's getting delivered.
Yeah.
On the way back, I do want to stop at that spice store. I want to pick up some sage, some thyme, and some patchouli.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. So,
No tattoo?
Nah, not here.
Not here.
okay. Yeah, I mean the one along the main boulevard. Yeah, that's pretty. It's a pretty large store, and they have a ton of just everything.
Yeah.
When it comes to even items that you could use for your magical craft, if you you would find here. So just about everything.
I'm going to buy a variety of herbs. Some things that smell good and a couple things that don't smell too good.
Okay. All right. No problem.
I was thinking when we're going to past the tattoo shop, some guy walks out with wannabe Nordic runes around his arm, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it means I'm a strong warrior." And then you just see douchebag written in your language.
No, it says soup.
It's super.
It says chicken fried rice in Chinese.
So a couple silver will get you out of there with pretty much everything
Easy.
you want, unless you're getting something in bulk or anything rare.
No. Does this place have any potions?
Potions,
Yeah.
possibly.
Elixirs of some kind.
You could. Are you looking for anything specific?
Anything outside of a standard healing potion, something with some benefits beyond that.
All right. So, let me see.
I'm looking for stuff we haven't seen too much yet.
Roll a d20.
D20. Come on, God.
Not a
Oh,
D100.
God. 11.
Okay, and roll another d20.
Natural?
Well, that should make it.
They better be on your side.
I'll see.
All right, so there's a couple of things. There is what's described as a potion of resistance, and it's fire resistance.
Oh, okay.
It's 100 gold pieces for this potion if you want it. There's also a potion of vitality. The creme de la creme of our shop is the potion of vitality, and it is it's this crimson liquid, and you see it pulsing like heartbeat. The dull light. And it's kind of like in a glass case, up in a high shelf away, so it can't easily be filched or anything. And it will remove all your exhaustions, your diseases, poisons, but it's 10,000 gold. There is, the regular potions of healing. There's just normal potions of healing. They're 50 gold each here. There's probably 6 of those, 4, 5, 6 of those. There's 3 of them. And that's pretty much the extent of what they have.
I am taking that potion of fire resistance.
Okay.
And I'll take 2 of those healing potions.
Okay.
And I'll ask the guy, so can I get a swig of that expensive one up? As a joke.
For $10,000, 10,000 gold, you can have all the swigs you would like.
How much is a I mean, listen, it's not very often you walk in and there's double eagle, very rare behind the counter.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so yeah,
Cool.
you have
200 gold for that.
You got it.
Plus, cool.
Do they take sapphire?
Ooh, that is true.
Sapphires?
I have 3 sapphires worth 50 each.
Oh yeah, if you want to use those as currency.
Yeah. I just want to get it off my character sheet.
He will take it, but what are you claiming is the value?
50.
50?
That's what was. I never appraised it myself. That's what was told.
Right. That's what I probably. Yeah, when I tell you that, that's what you're. That's a. When you're,
No, I'm saying in character. Dakir never looked at their value. Hildy handed them to him and said there were 50 gold each.
Is that what they were? 50 gold each or not? Okay.
Well, that's what you told us.
Okay. Just as long as.
I'm just saying in character. That's Dakir has no idea. He's just going by what he was told.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh boy.
No. 8.
Okay. Well, have to exchange these for gold. There is a commission that they will have to pay.
Ah.
So maybe 10%.
Okay, I'll just pay with gold.
And he took 2 healing potions. There's only 1 left.
Oh, I thought.
I did a roll.
You
There's
said there was
3.
5.
There's 3 in there.
Oh,
There's 3.
gotcha.
Okay, never mind then.
You want the 1?
Yeah, I guess I'll just take the 1.
Okay. Yep. So, anything else from you guys?
That'll do.
That'll do.
Back
That'll
at the
do,
trees.
kid.
Yeah,
That'll
so
do.
around dusk, I do something that has never been done on this stream before, and I take out the amulet of I will never use it. That is what it's called in my character sheet, by the way. It's the Druid Stone.
The Druid Stone.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
There's some
And
stones.
yeah, they do. Usually they're bigger. And
Ayo.
I flag down, I whistle down just a bird, just
Okay.
one of a common hobby types, and cast Animal Messenger, saying, how far out am I? Saying the directions to where I am.
Okay. All right.
Like
So just a simple.
message.
All right.
And say, sending a message to Dakir within the Fort
Frantic.
Fort
Yeah.
Frantic, yeah.
So
Thank you.
you're within a half a mile.
Yeah, it's
So it's not far. A lot of that's just getting out of the city itself. What's the limitations on that in terms of
24 hours. It's 25 words.
Okay, and the creature, how does it find?
It just knows by magic. I
Okay.
describe, if I describe a town, the guard of this town, then it'll go to the first guard it sees of a town. If I name a person, it'll go to the person I name.
Okay. All right, so we won't overcomplicate that. So you're going to send it to
Dakir. I'm
Dakir.
sending it to Dakir because while these guys were fucking around, we agreed that we would do the funerary thing a little bit earlier while these guys are, let's say, not there.
How does it convey the
Actually,
message?
you said it while we were all sitting down at breakfast before Hildy went up.
but
Yeah, that is true.
Hildy did hear, but she is purposely not going to go where she is not wanted. But
Yeah, that's very.
she will have hurt feelings that Dakir will have to deal with over the next few adventures.
Wasn't my fucking idea.
It was. You were like, no, we're doing it
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah, first time.
Yeah.
So how does it convey the message?
It says it in my voice.
Okay, all right.
It's the bird is gonna I'm gonna have
So
the
you
bird.
just cast message.
I cast message, except it's through a bird.
Throw a bird, yeah.
Except it's through a bird and has to fly,
Okay.
and it has a range of yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Not quite sending range, but still.
Okay, so in 25 words, you basically describe the direction, the place that you're at for Dakir to go to.
What happens to Kira is that it lands on your shoulder and starts tweeting. in
What
the air.
the fuck? So that,
Oh no, I got it.
as you guys are heading back, almost to the tavern, that's when this little sparrow, whatever, just kind of flutters in front of you, just erratically. And then as it's kind of awkwardly trying to hover there, it starts to speak in Kiva's voice, giving you very specific directions out of the city and into the lightly forested area to the east.
And end with bring counters, like your bring coasters.
In 25 words?
He just said a bird. It could be a rock landing on your shoulder.
If it was a rock flying towards the city to do messenger, it would have
Yeah.
And the Dragon Rider
been
just
noticed. Yeah.
Turns out bird is a very loose definition.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, and then it just kind of like,
And then it just goes away.
right, it just kind of flutters a minute and hops away.
But
By the way.
thank you. I swear, Kiva just makes up the shit she can do as she goes along.
I'll be honest, she can't really do shit. I've
does.
only seen her become a bear.
I swear, it's something new every week.
And you would have seen this and witnessed and heard it. A couple of the people around you would have stopped them and like, is that?
So much for keeping low, huh?
I guess so.
Kiva has no concept of keeping low.
I turned to one of the people that stopped. You fucking seeing this, dude?
I did. I did see this.
I need to stop drinking.
They did.
Plus, you don't mind the guard company while we go handle that?
Yeah, I guess so.
I appreciate it, Al.
Just, yeah, I can take care of that.
I just feel like Kiva and I were a bit more involved with them.
Sure. I mean, in all fairness, I did throw one of them overboard.
No comment.
Oh, poor thing.
Listen, it was to teach him a
There you
lesson.
go.
Says every abusive father.
The father.
Yeah, not with that
In
attitude.
all fairness, this is all fucked up on so many levels. He kind of took over the surrogacy father after their father died in front of them.
After Hildy killed him, whether by accident or purpose, we don't know.
Is there just a bird going back and forth for you guys to have this conversation?
No, you.
You're the surrogate now. So, all right, so you're going to head out into the forest following the
Yeah,
directions?
we're gonna follow the
Okay.
directions.
It's getting on toward evening at this point. You and Kevin are probably like at each other's virtual throats.
The owl kicks the door open.
And he's go, yeah, then they're probably in a heated argument. At least Kevin's a little pissed off at this point.
Oh,
Thank God you're finally here.
what happened?
Just get out of my sight.
Hildegard, I have presents.
And you still owe me 1,000 gold.
Why do you owe him 1,000?
No, you do, you old lady.
You lost 1,000 gold to Kevin?
I lost 1,000 gold tonight.
Okay.
Oh, he tells lies. I didn't even bet him. I was playing checkers and he's trying to describe chess moves. I don't know what's happening.
What? Okay. I've never played this game, but anyway, Hildegard, I'm very excited. And I pull open the jar of rosemary. Smell this.
It smells like a cooking herb.
Yes, it's like nice, herbaceous.
how to
And I
cook?
pull out the patchouli.
Oh, that's one of my favorite smells. It
Yes.
smells like leather and
Here,
dirt.
you can keep this one. And then I pull out my favorite one. I pull out a jar of asafoetida, which smells like cheese and onion.
Yummy.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I don't know any of them.
Hang, it's like a fennel.
Okay, all right, cool. I suppose.
Oh, you didn't want... Oh, you didn't really react. It kind of gets up in my nose.
Oh,
Well, Hildy, you can have all of these, and there's it's just, I lay out an assortment of jars of herbs.
Kevin goes click and opens.
Oh, you can store them in Kevin if you would like.
oh no. He doesn't want to be my friend.
I just want your gold.
Oh, I'm not giving you any gold.
Hildy, did you promise him gold?
Yes,
No.
it was 10 gold a move, and I beat him every time. Every time.
I don't even have 1,000 gold now.
Oh, you liar.
Hannah subconscious thought.
Hildy, can you just give Kevin a couple pieces? He's gonna whinge about it all night.
I am. I'm going. Yes, I am. And I will be very, very unhappy in the morning
Why?
because he's going to be miserable around you.
Why would he be miserable around me?
Because I'm
You're
going to
the
keep him
one
up all night whinging about it, as he says. 1,000 gold.
Hildy will take out 2 gold.
It's the beginning of a payment plan.
her armpits.
It doesn't matter to me.
Put him in the box.
Yeah, he doesn't have a nose.
Is he a collector or something?
Between you and me, I'm not sure why, but he really likes money.
Oh,
Does it taste good? Makes
No.
me, fills me up.
See? You don't understand.
2 gold. There
you
will
should
be interest
probably-
compounding.
you
Just
should
letting you know.
probably research evil creatures that devour gold until they reach something and then they turn into something else that'll kill you.
I'm not gonna lie, Hildy. I tuned out after the second word of that sentence.
Okay.
I heard you should, and I just went. Bah, 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 bah.
All right.
What'd you call that thing? Achasisa?
Asafoetida. You can just write hang. Hang. It's the same thing.
Because the spice was on.
It's a Middle Eastern spice. It smells like cheesy onion.
Yeah, the closest I got to Middle Eastern Egypt is that. The closest I got to that is Gara Marsala, and that's not even that.
All right.
All right.
Did you bring me anything, Howell?
Well, I'm gonna have some nicer clothes to store in you here, and I'm gonna take the 3 potions and say, can you hold on to these? And here's the leftover gold, which is about 200 gold pieces.
There you go.
Yep. Drop that in, all 3.
Are they off to the woods?
Yeah. Oh, Kiva, do you know Kiva can send birds that sound like Kiva?
Well, she's a druid.
Yeah, well, it was really, really, really concerning walking down the street and all of a sudden, and then it sounds like a.
I've heard that some druids can walk into a tree in one place and walk out of a tree
Didn't we do
somewhere
that?
else.
Didn't we do exactly that?
Did we?
I think that's why we don't teleport anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason we don't teleport anymore, was that one damn portal.
So what are you guys doing at the end?
2 in a row.
At the end this evening, anything?
Teach me how to play dragon chess.
All right.
Yeah. And we're gonna play games until.
The whole time. Kevin is telling you her moves.
Kevin, this is not quite fair, but
I know she owes me money. And just tells you everything. Move here, move there, move there.
The easy fix. Fix the wall.
and then the face comes out the other side.
It goes on the other side. Get rid of
That
that.
amorphous being.
Kevin, I can put you up under my skirt and then
Yeah.
you won't be able to watch. Or you could just be quiet.
Fine.
All right. It's funny how many people are afraid of that.
He just goes dead silent.
Owl goes dead silent.
The rooms all around you go dead silent.
The entirety of the kingdom of Courth is in a hushed, lulled state.
20 seconds. So then you easily make it out to by dark, but by the time the sun goes down and it's dark, to where the bird and using Kiva's voice directed you to go. And did you have any light where you are?
I would have set up like some small, I want to say set up like a few torches around that are hanging up, so that way not a campfire on the ground, but presumably there are trees around, so I just took some time to hammer some torches into a tree in a way that would not set the forest on fire and
Okay.
have them up for illumination.
All right. So you see these this light glow, within the light sprinkling of trees and so forth in this clearing ahead in the direction you've given.
Assume that's where she is.
All right.
So I approach. I have the bag of the emblems. Hello, Kiva.
Akira, is there a way that you would like to do this? I don't know. I know some ritual of the Sylvan, but I don't know any of your people specific.
As we did with the Justice, normally we would create a pyre and burn the body, but lacking bodies, I figured we would make a ring with these emblems symbolizing them and then light the ring on fire till it burns to ash. I don't have much experience either. I've never done this without a corpse.
Might I suggest one thing at the end? I reach into my back pocket and pull out one of the acorns. From what I know of your people, you're about to return into nature, and after your time here, you go back to where you came. And at least, even if you don't have the bodies with you, at least with this, symbolically they can return to the nature that they were from. And if you want to start setting up the ring, I will dig a pit in the middle and put the acorn in there.
I think that's a great idea, Kiva. Thank you. I'll just go through very solemnly and quiet, setting up a ring with little brambles of wood and branches to connect them all. So if you light one end, it'll just kind of fire with each emblem probably being a bigger. I'm trying to contain it as much as possible.
And the wood figures are like little carvings of centaur? Or?
No, they're little carvings of Neve. They're like little symbols of Neve.
Okay.
And then I have in the Sylvan language etched onto the edge of each one. I'm assuming Dakir knew all of their names. I don't have them all.
Yeah,
I don't even know if we went that deep
absolutely. You
into it.
guys spend enough time amongst them, yes.
And with each one you light, I do a little thing of, as day turns to night and as we come into dusk, may Luna guide your passing, and I do the first one, Sabian. And then I say that with each one that you do.
And I add on to, after she does her prayer, I'll say, though your time was short in this world, you became warriors faster than anyone I've ever met. Die with pride. And we'll light the fire each time.
And I figure with each time I do that, I cast Druidcraft, which to me, it sounds like it can make flowers bloom. I'm thinking it could help maybe an acorn sprout. I'm not expecting anything big, but help it take root.
Yeah, Druidcraft, I believe, can basically do small little Druidic-type miracles. So, that's certainly within the realm.
Yeah.
Maybe as before you set the fire, you have the acorn in the center?
Yeah, so imagine a campfire, except I have it a little bit more spread out so that way it won't burn anything. And presumably we do a stone ring around the outside because we believe in fire safety.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So as you cast the Druidcraft, while he is, how are you lighting them? Are you lighting them all at once?
We're setting it all up, and then there's just going to be a connection of little broken branches in between each one, and then we'll light almost like a fuse, and it'll go up light. Once we light one end, the fire will just travel around.
With a break in towards the end of the circle, so that way it will
doesn't go anywhere else. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just as you planned, with the acorn in the center, you casting the Druidcraft. They all begin to light just as you expect. It goes around the ring, and they all begin to slowly flare. You don't notice anything happening particular with the acorn that you cast upon. You're expecting something to happen, but it kind of you see this little tiny vibration, and then nothing happens. You're not quite sure what that's all about at this point. But then as the fire begins to take on all of the figures, suddenly from all around you, you hear the screams. The screams loud from all their voices, screaming in pain and agony, and as if they're caught on fire. The intensity. Put it out! Oddly enough, Eva can hear it too.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
Put it out!
Drew Captain fire.
Go out.
What the fuck was that?
It actually intensifies and roars up are all around where the acorn is. Just you can't even see it anymore in the circle, and then all that's left is ash.
There's like a trickle of blood coming out of my nose, and I'm shaking a little bit. Damn it!
That was bad.
I noticed. What the? And then I like, in preparation for this day, this is the first time I've ever done this. I prepped cure wounds and just like heal you for like a few hit points,
Thank you.
presuming you took damage.
I knew it was coming. I didn't know it was gonna be that bad.
That, what was that? Are you okay?
You heard that?
I mean, it'd be hard not to.
Normally no one else can.
I mean, when someone is screaming for me to put out a fire that I may have lit, I normally take notice.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you heard something else.
Oh, you mean the loud screaming?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah. It's difficult to explain. I'm not quite sure how you were able to tune into that, but it's something I've been dealing with for a long time.
I'm gonna be honest, we have all night.
I suppose I could fill you in, but I don't think I'm ready for everyone to know yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, since when do we tell our backstories to everyone? We shared a dream sequence and we refused to talk about it.
You hear a furtive movement from the pile of ash.
I guess now's not the time.
And as you look down, you see this, it kind of bubble up in the center a little bit, and then you see the sprout of a green sapling growing up out of the center. And it grows to about a foot, and not any further.
Okay, it's never grown that fast for me before when I cast this.
I'm going to hope that's a good sign.
It must be.
You never know, but yes, I think you're right. It was just a very bad omen that took place before that.
So, what's up with the screaming?
Ever since my family was taken by the creeping death, I've heard their voice, especially at night. It haunts my dreams. It haunts my waking hours. I always hear them. Sometimes they offer advice, sometimes they just ridicule my actions. Either way, it's troubling, but it's something I've gotten used to. And I've noticed, as I've gotten closer with others, if they pass, I hear them as well. This is the first time anyone else has heard the voices. I almost thought they weren't real for a long time.
I've never heard of that before. That kind of, at least, not from anyone that's been taken serious. You've always got the village drunk saying that, you know, this and that, and I believe that this is a sign of the end times, and oh no, the Great Flood, crazy people. And
Well,
are you, is your family with you?
He'll just sort of turn his head and, well, do I see? I don't really see them. It's almost like I can hear the voices coming from a direction, so I'll turn that way. And there'll be Deidre, my sister. She'll say,
I've always liked her for that reason. She's very observant. My sister likes you.
She has good taste.
She comments on it more than I'm comfortable with, but she does like you.
She has wonderful taste.
But yes, they're with me now. They almost always are. It's just during the day the voices are soft and hard to discern, but I feel their presence.
And I guess, in a way, you didn't lose your family. You got to keep them. Even if they're weird and uncomfortable. You know, they're still there for you.
In a way, About as much as they were there for me in life.
Oh, so nothing's changed.
I suppose not. I guess I'm lucky in that way, though I have to say it still feels like a curse, and I'm not entirely sure if it is from Neve herself. I've been trying to figure out what causes the creeping death. I know no one knows. There are theories, but I guess I feel like my purpose is to put an end to it so it doesn't happen to anyone else. And to perhaps avenge my family.
That's incredibly noble.
Yes.
I know that's not a word you like.
Nobility is just a social structure invented by civilized folk. I don't know. Please don't tell anyone else, Kiva. I know you won't, but I feel I have to say it.
I won't. You know, maybe when they were screaming, they were letting go. Do you still hear them? I heard them for a minute, and now it's quiet.
Perhaps they did. I don't hear them. It's got to mean something. I feel like it's a puzzle piece. I'll have to put that together. You've been a good friend to me, Kiva. I won't forget that.
I know we talk a lot of shit, and all of us give you so much hell for being yourself, but like, you are probably one of the best. You're probably the best of us. You're not running off doing stupid, crazy bullshit every day, like everyone else is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Someone.
Knight
does it with
through
T
T7.
Excellent. And then,
I mean bishop to G7. I mean bishop to H1.
I know,
No.
The dichotomy of.
yes.
So, is everybody going to join then again, or did you want to do anything?
One
further?
more thing.
Okay.
We'll wrap it up.
No, no problem.
He's just staring at the ashes kind of blankly as it's smoldering and little smoke's rising up, and I stole the blood, Kiva.
What?
I stole it from Hildegard. I turned it over to the fat man's daughter. As I was told to. By him. I've been working for him the whole time.
Oh.
Well then, that's just something we'll have to deal with.
Moment he was being scryed on.
You know how to keep
Still
a secret,
and
right?
I give you like an awkward
Not
one
tell
on
anybody.
because I'm not much of a hugger either.
I trust you all now. I have for a while, I think, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to tell the other two. Howl, in his own way, already knows.
Is that why he keeps trying to like stab you and he stole your dagger that one time and
He's been hostile since then. I think we've buried the hatchet, but part of him probably still wants to bury a hatchet.
In your spine.
Some part of.
Sleep with one eye open to the horsey boy.
I leave it in your hands. Should I tell her or no?
Kildee?
Never.
No. I'll be honest. I think Hildy thinks I took it.
I know she does. That's why I feel tremendous guilt.
Yes,
I
but,
can tell.
but Kiva has so far kept Hildy alive.
Yeah.
So
Do you
Hildy's
all
not
have
okay.
birds? I'm just curious. Does everybody have a bird?
On my chest.
No,
They're like sending back and forth.
these are spiritual birds.
Yeah,
These are birds
see.
of thought.
Those are the metagame pigeons.
It's a flock of meta pigeons.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. All right. So
That's gonna stick.
We've been feeding them seeds.
all right. So at this point, everybody, are you going back to Triomphe?
I'll join up with them just to make sure the inn is still standing and everybody's alive. And then I'll go back to my fancy hotel.
I gotta roll something then. Yeah, it is.
Also, before you go, I say, like, I'll just keep it to myself. She can think I stole it. I don't mind.
You say the word and I'll come through.
Aww. It's very sweet of you.
So when you arrive back, I'll let them decide what state they're in.
How's the game of Dragon Death going?
There's a dragon now.
We've been just. It's been each move takes 10 times as long because Hal goes and Kevin just goes no. All right, Kevin, just tell me what fucking space to put it on.
Everyone's going to the dress.
Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Here.
Okay.
Okay.
Then Hildy explains to him why he put it there and how that piece moves.
Thank you.
So yeah, long drawn out game.
No one has won a game yet.
We're about 7 moves in.
All right. So as everybody congregates back at the lantern, we're gonna go ahead and take our break and start up in a few minutes with whatever antics take place next.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So are we gonna pick up? Are we gonna pick up the next morning, or is there stuff you guys still wanted to do in the night?
I'm done for the night.
I'm done.
I'm done for the night.
Okay. All right. So, welcome back, everyone. As we get started again, Port Frantic. The group has come back together and rested another night in Port Frantic. You're awoken early in the morning, how by a knock on your door, and it's a porter bringing up the clothing that you had ordered. Is there literally right at dawn?
Perfect. Oh, earlier than expected. I'll tip the porter a silver piece.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I will bathe and change into my new clothes.
Okay. And he also hands you the bag that's full of furs.
Yes. Kevin! I need to store this.
No problem.
Yep.
He opens up.
Put all my
it's cool.
old clothes in there, bathe, change.
And then you kind of see him, you see the chest kind of moving back and forth a little bit, and then it pops back up, and the bag comes shooting out and onto the ground. And it opens up a little bit, and you get this huge whiff of this heavy scented perfume.
Oh, gosh. I went a little hard on it, didn't I, Kevin?
Don't put that in me again. I don't want smelly things inside, unless they're completely sealed.
Okay.
Use a condom.
Can we burn it?
I would prefer to hang on to it.
Well, put it in the bag.
I'll keep it on me for now.
Yes. Oh. This is a disgusted look on his illusion face. You guys gather that morning in the tavern for breakfast.
Yeah.
You were staying at Treants the night before?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I paid for the room.
Okay. So then you would arrive not long afterwards, unless there's anything you guys want to do that morning.
I think they're actually going to pick me up from Treants, so
Oh, that's
I'll
right.
just wait there. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to go before we head off the early morning. I head south towards the docks to find some sort of shipwright, someone who navigational stuff. Basically, ask someone about how this stone would work, because I've seen it, but I have no idea what this thing.
Okay, so roll perception.
Gotcha. I figured that this should be an easy sell because this is a town of people with boats. Oh boy, perception? That's a 12.
Okay. All right. So there's lots of different ships.
Yeah.
Then there's actually two different docks, two different port areas. One seems to be more for heavy goods like the lumber, and then the other seems to be less commercial. And so, which dock did you want to go to? I mean, even though there would be still commercial, but not unloading, tons and tons of lumber.
I figure the more concierge dock, if only because it'd be less busy at this time in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the docks are extremely busy right now.
Yeah.
But moving over to the less busy area, there are sailors,
Yeah.
Either preparing their ships, working their ships, loading their ships, cleaning their ships, doing a lot of different things in the morning. A few fishermen going out, you can see. Is there someone in particular you wanted to approach?
No one in particular. Maybe anyone who looks like they might be a little bit more official, who might be a navigator or a captain or someone who looks like they might have more authority, because they would be more likely to know how this thing works.
Okay. So rolling the 12, the closest thing that is apparent to you is going to be the dockmaster's office, where you would guess there's probably some knowledgeable sailors inside.
Yeah, that'll work for me.
Okay. All right, as you go in, it's a good size. There are lots of conversations taking place between sailors and what look like officials that work in the dockmaster's office. You can approach any one of the people working there.
I'll go for the person working there because it's their job to take care of. It's the customer service job, and I figured that they're used to dumb questions.
Okay, all right. Sure. But standing in line, literally.
Yeah.
There's 3 or 4 people that are working, and it looks like a supervisory type at his desk, but kind of behind some of the other desks that are between you and him. And you walk up to, you're greeted by a woman that just kind of looks you up and down. Can I help you?
Yes. I was, I take the stone off my neck, and I was given this by my husband, but I'm not sure how to read it. Would you know how I'm... Yeah,
She holds her hand up.
I drop it in.
He looks at it. It was anything.
Not really.
Well,
It's
then
more
you should find a new
sentimental.
husband. And she hands it back to you.
Reach into... I pull out 5 silver. Will you help me now?
What do you want me to help you with? You showed me these trinkets that is worth nothing to you. Or to me, I mean, it's nothing. You say it's worth nothing. What kind of husband would give their wife this?
The kind that I can't locate.
You're quickly getting the impression that she has no fucking idea what it is. She thinks it's basically like a necklace with a bauble on it. It's just the idea that you're getting from her.
God damn it. Okay. Fine. I leave. Fine. I guess you can't read this then. For navigation, to my understanding, using the sun instead of the stars, but I guess that's not quite your wheelhouse either.
As you're conversing with her, the man sitting in the desk a few feet back from the office workers is just kind of peering at you, looking at... You don't look like a sailor.
No.
So it's very unusual to see someone that, is obviously druidic, tribal, someone that is more comfortable in the forest than on the sea. And he's just kind of listening, and you see him just slowly get up and walk over and tap the girl on the shoulder. I will handle these. And as she leaves, he kind of gives her this look like, it's a what the fuck look, like, why are you being so rude type thing. And he just kind of shrugs. I'm so sorry. I see what you're showing my associate here, and you say it was from your husband, but this is of Vikia origin. You must know.
I do. He got it on his travels, and he made boats. He was given this. I don't know where it goes or what it leads to.
Did he kill a Vikia to get it?
No, he wasn't one for violence. He may have found it, may have been given it by someone who bought a boat.
I can tell you why. This is an older man, probably in his early 60s. In my earlier days, I spent much time at the sea. I had the captain of a ship. Often we would travel up to the northern parts of the Primal Sea. We sometimes had the unfortunate occasion of running into a Vikia ship. I have seen this type of crystal. They look different sometimes, larger, smaller, different shape. But I know it as a sunstone. They're used for navigation. But I do not know how to use it, and I would doubt that anyone other than a Vikia would know.
Well, thank you. I can't find my husband, and this is all I have of him. And I just hoped with understanding this, I might have a better idea of maybe knowing where he went, or knowing what has happened to him in my absence.
I'm very sorry to hear. I can tell you that you will be very fortunate if you find anyone who can tell you anything about this that is not a Vikia. This is a very, very prized item. I've heard they are magical. I don't know, but for this to be parted from a Vikia would likely mean that Vikia is no longer alive. They don't just simply lose these things. They're very highly prized and very, very expensive among the Vikia people. And more than just currency.
Well, thank you. I give him...
No, there's not necessary. You keep the gold, silver, whatever it is. You have to go have a talk with Janine and tell her that she cannot speak to people this way, especially those that are clearly not sailors. They don't understand these ways.
I'm not much of a sailor, but I did just spend like 2 months on it, like at sea, helping run a ship. It's been a crazy time.
I'm sure it has, but you, my dear, are no sailor.
No, we've proven that.
Good day then. Anything else on the docks?
Nope, not on the docks.
So,
Oh, no, I'm good.
okay, back to the rest. Anybody else doing anything prior to the carriage showing up?
Yes.
Finish packing. Awesome.
Hildy's just gonna go downstairs and buy some vegetables from the lady for her sack.
Okay, from the market outside or from the tavern?
Yeah, the tavern lady.
Okay, all right, Panetta.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, she's happy to sell you some vegetables. She kind of looks at you quizzically. Yeah, just I can sell you vegetables. How many vegetables would you like?
Enough to put in my bag.
You want them cooked?
No.
Cooked vegetables?
No.
Why not? You're going to cook them?
No, why would I?
Oh, you're going to feed it to the centaur. I understand. I understand completely.
Well,
now. Thank you.
No, but sometimes.
Okay, very well.
All right.
And she has typical vegetables, carrots and
Thank you.
lettuce, cabbage. Did you want like a sack full or
Yeah. Just
Okay,
buy
I mean,
a sack of
yeah.
assorted
a
vegetables.
silver? We'll get
Okay.
you a good bit of vegetables.
Alrighty.
Anything else?
Nope.
So the carriage first arrives at the Lantern, and there's two drivers. One of them pops in and announces that they're here for your group. Probably mentioning Hal's name, as you're one of the two that had reserved it. And as you make your way out, the door is held open, and it's actually two doors. It's double doors. It's quite large. You could easily fit 8 people in here. There's nobody inside, and it's very luxurious in terms of the interior. And there's steps that kind of hold down, and he just kind of gestures for you to get in.
All right.
It's led by 4 horses.
Much more luxury than I'm used to.
Yeah, it cost us 40 gold apiece.
You're very generous. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, I'm kind of broke now.
That's
Let's
because
be-
you spent 40 gold a person.
That's correct.
I thought it was because you were feeding your money to the chest named Kevin.
Don't mention his name right now.
Why not?
Kevin.
Oh, sorry. You're not putting me on top, are you?
No, you're coming inside. All right.
Wonderful, wonderful. I have some words for Hildy.
I have some for you too.
I've been
I have
hearing
to
those
include-
words all night.
Kevin, I have gold for you.
Oh no, mine were gonna be branch, left, 12,
Oh, why?
and evening.
I won't play with a cheater. And don't make me have Hal beat you again.
I did win, didn't I?
You did.
I did win.
You did great, Howell.
We should go pick up Takir, huh?
Okay.
The carriage lurches forward, and within a few minutes, it's stopping again. And as he goes in to retrieve you, the bartender there, I guess you'll be gone now, staying here. You enjoyed yourself?
It
You
was,
can ask you as many questions as I know.
it was lovely, I'll admit. Thank
I
you.
see you're not wearing any of our towels or anything. You're not going to be. I'm not going to find it missing in the room.
Put them in the bag.
Of course not, I would never. And I like muscle my bag a little bit, and there's a towel hanging, and I tuck it back in. There's some of the soaps in there too.
I paid for the room. I get the towels too.
He doesn't notice. Yeah. Anytime you wish to stay here, we'd be happy to receive you. I see you have a very nice carriage outside. Oh, wow. It's very no expense, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Have a good trip wherever you're going.
You as well. I appreciate that.
And as you get outside, the secondary driver opens the door, realizes immediately that
I just take my bags and kind of put them in and then close the doors.
And he actually takes them and then puts them into a storage area in the back part of the carriage, and it's enclosed. Or would you like to stand and walk? Wherever, just don't get in front of us, okay?
I will not walk in front. I'll scout to the sides and make sure.
What are you scouting for?
I'm sorry?
What are you scouting for?
Danger.
Danger?
Takira actually laughs at that.
With us, there's always danger.
I hear the words. I hear someone outside say, "There's no danger."
And as he closes the door and the driver gets back up and he goes out the other door, hey, he's got a little danger.
Danger.
They both start laughing.
Mind.
Would you let my wild friend steer at some point? He challenged me to a race.
No.
Sorry, Hal.
Oh, damn it!
You can always go on foot.
That's not fair. He's got like magic feet or something.
Just a horse body, but okay.
No, you got something extra.
I mean, I could race if you really wanted to.
No, Kiva, bears are slow.
I don't know how to tell you this, but a bear is faster than you, and also I
can beat a bear.
turn into things that are not a bear. They're just not.
Really? You haven't done it yet?
Yeah, it's because it's not useful for combat.
Ah, I guess it's never been useful.
No, the way this conversation's going, Hildegard will beat us all.
Probably.
So the carriage moves on. You're following close behind. It just kind of moves itself through the crowded streets up into a perimeter road that takes them fairly clearly out to the main boulevard, but on the outskirts of the city, and then moving north. The road is wide. It's not paved, but it's like pounded earth. So it's it feels to you like it's very, very hard. Easy to travel on. Whatever they've done to it, you don't think that it would like turn to mud if it rained. There's lots of traffic going back and forth. One thing you do notice passively is that just after you get out of town, there's another road that parallels the one you're on. But that road is kind of through the trees as you get further out, and it's a wide road just like this, but only logging wagons. And, carrying other things, like you see maybe some filled with ore as well, but mostly logging wagons moving one way or the other. And then the road that you're on, you're passing people on foot, you're passing people on horses, other private carts, as well as other carriages from the same company moving both ways. So you're moving at, you finally get out of the city and you start to move at a pretty decent clip. It seems like the way that they have a system here, and the carts in the lane that they're in all move at about the same speed. And I guess, is there anything over this 3-day period that you guys would like to accomplish while you're traveling through the forest? And it's mostly forest that you get into, and that's what you're mostly traveling through the entire time.
The carriage have windows?
Yes, of course. And curtains. It's very comfortable. You can put your feet up. There's so much room.
I think one day I'd like to look at the stone through sunlight just to see if it shows anything.
As you do so, roll a perception.
Oh, nope, that's not. There we go. Natural 1!
Wow. Okay.
Oh no, the stone went out the window.
It's a little overcast, and you're just kind of like scanning the area, and you just can't like pinpoint. It's very confusing for you at this moment.
Yeah, I'm like, I navigate by stars. I'm a creature of the night.
Yes, you are.
I turned to Hildy. What is she doing?
Oh, that's the rock from her husband.
Trying to get a cell reception.
Hey,
Yeah,
Rob,
pretty much.
oh, it's a husband day. Oh, wait, no, shouldn't say that. I'm very close to.
Oh, can I see it?
I would like this back exactly as it was.
All right. I'm not gonna eat it.
Are you sure?
He's gonna put the eye of insight in her forehead.
Okay, and you're gonna focus on it for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hildy grows a third eye in her forehead.
Oh God.
We remember.
We already know that you.
Roll it
You
inside.
were just an eldritch horror, aren't you?
It really is.
You're just now discovering that.
And it's
You're not in the cart.
it's somehow I've like
walk by the window.
21. 21. Good. Okay.
You let her become this.
Can I be a gulag, but Hildy's my patron?
Maybe. Maybe in a few
you already
levels. We'll
are.
see.
Oh, I just don't know it.
My charisma's not high.
Do you want me to just discuss this openly?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell them whatever I figure
All
out.
right.
Thank you.
I'll give it.
Unless it's juicy.
All right. So your initial impression is the taste of salt, the feel of water on your skin, salt water, the smell. It reminds you initially of exactly what it was like when you were on the Queen of Tartessos. You feel kind of a buoyancy about you.
As if I've been tossed off a ship in the middle of the ocean.
No, just as if you're on a ship. You know, no. And that's the general feeling you get as you enter into this as you start to concentrate and focus on the item. And then it grows very, very cold. And you feel a jerk. And you feel as if you're swaying. And then another jerk as if something's been pulled from you. And then everything's dark.
You can have that back.
I'll put my Ivan sight away.
So maybe she doesn't tell you this.
No, I told him.
No, I.
Okay.
Oh no. And I cast detect magic on it. Well, I cast detect magic while we're on the trip, just to, I virtual cast it just for the hell of it. And I look at the stone again because he said it was magical. Want to see?
Yeah, he said it could be. He said, but as you cast a spell, it does give you auras of magic.
The school, so like the flavor.
Yes.
Enchantment, divination,
Tangerine.
tangerine.
I don't know. Does divination magic
Tastes like
taste
rock.
like tangerines?
Does.
Tastes like rock, but like maybe a little spicy.
Yeah, but like, would it be rock salt? Would it
No.
No.
would it be marble?
No, that's thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
Thaumaturgy tastes like salt.
Druid craps.
Well,
taste like-
thaumaturgy would taste like copper. Blood.
Druid crap tastes like manure.
Yeah. That's because it's a load of shit.
It's fertilizer. It makes flowers bloom.
I would say divination.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, get rid of that.
Oh no, I keep. No.
Yeah, definitely divination is the primary aura that you get there. There's a little bit of a secondary school that you get, and it's enchantment. You kind of get a little bit of that, but the overriding is divination.
Alright, so it's somewhere to start.
And I would just like to make a point that I am casting Goodberry every day and eating absolutely nothing else, and not even thinking about pork at this point. So
That cannot be good for you.
it is.
No, I don't believe it. I think you get diabetes after like a month of this.
Well, I tell you, these things are perfectly nutritious. They make you full. They give you.
You need protein. That does not give you all your macros.
It's magic. Yes, it does do
I
magic.
think it's bullshit.
I mean, I want to disagree with you, but I'm kind of shit at You're kind of a better druid than me most of the time anyway, so.
Listen, it takes us the same amount of time to cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah, that's because I don't have to cast any magic.
So to your absolute astonishment, 3 days pass uneventfully.
Oh, and I also cast weather report just to see if anything interesting happens.
Okay.
Just to make sure
Go
nothing
ahead,
bad
go ahead and
happens.
cast it for the last day. The first 2 days were as they have been.
Cool.
Overcast, sun, would you roll?
16.
16?
Hurricane.
Okay.
Do I summon another?
Yeah.
wild-
He just said everything's fine. Now you want to roll.
It's on
to see if
fire
you
like
can fuck that up.
Yeah, I do want to say that this is a thing that I do every time we travel.
You know, we would have been in chorus if we didn't try to predict the weather. That's all
So
I'm saying.
just prior to arriving in Courth, when you cast that last one, it's giving you the impression that it's going to be fairly moderate. So I mean, still always with the cold, even though it's summer, but you're not in nothing extreme, and kind of just overcast, but some sunlight in between. So fairly good weather.
Yeah, but cold. I'm from somewhere very far north. Does this feel like a hot? Is it
No,
like?
yeah, this is a lot warmer than.
I'm like, is
than
this like
here.
someone from Alaska summering in like New
environment that we're
Jersey?
in.
No, this is like mid 70s probably at
Oh
this point.
God, I'm sweating.
for Florida.
right now. So not terrible. I mean, and again, summertime in this part of the world. But the taverns that you've stayed in, the wayside taverns that you've stayed in, have been they've been very nice. They've had great accommodations. What you paid for was well worth it. They've had good food, and the people that are there get mixes of races. Are you wearing your?
No, that's only if we meet with like royalty or
Okay.
I need to present myself better.
I
I'm
get
not even wearing my armor. I'm like all natural,
You should free ball.
cutting loose in the hills as we're traveling.
Okay. Well, any tavern you go into like that, they're kind of giving you there's a lot of snickers and kind of, but good natured. They're not like calling you out or anything.
I don't care. I'm enjoying myself.
And
I've been stuck in
some
a boat.
drinking.
Pants or in a shirt. Remember the horse blanket?
The Pooh Bear
don't need it.
ours.
Having fun.
The Capri Sun?
On a note, somehow moving 150 feet per round, I'm slower than Usain Bolt, which bothers me. But at 17 miles an hour, apparently he goes like 25. So
Wow. Yeah, but that's for like 12
Yeah, but-
seconds or something, right?
I guess.
So as you on the last day, in about the mid part of the day, afternoon, you can see these high stone walls that surround the city of Courth in the distance. It obscures all but the tallest of buildings inside. You see a few towers peeking up above stone and wood. A lot more stone here, but still a lot of wood mixed in, but not as much as in Port Francis. And there's more than enough to contemplate what these what buildings might be inside as you approach the city, because the forest has all been cut back from the walls about a mile around the walls. Of the several obstructions that are visible from the distance, there's no confusion, there's three of them. The Royal Castle, which is kind of elevated and off in the distance even further inside these walls. The Temple of Suna with the gold dome, and the tower, the Atlantean tower with the glowing red pyramidal crystal that rotates on top that you've seen everywhere. What you've noticed is that these Atlantean towers, they kind of mimic the construction and the architecture of the place that they're at, whatever city they're in. And it's no different here. It's more stone and with wood, but still at the top you have that.
Does this one happen to be white?
No. It's kind of, I mean, it has some white in it, but kind of a grayish white, a lot of timber, but mostly stone, kind of grayish white stone.
It's a grayish white stone because it's dirty.
Aged. Along the road, the traffic is dominated by the huge wagons that are finally converging together with the road that you're on, weighed heavily with the lumber that are trundling southward toward Port Frantic. Empty ones coming back up, going through a separate opening in the wall than the one that you're going through. There's kind of a good distance around, but you can kind of still see, because it's such a huge city, you can kind of still see the entry that they're going into versus where your own is. And then the huge iron reinforced double doors that stand open, welcoming trade and traveler alike in front of you. Still, you see soldiers that are clad in metal armor, white cloaks, bearing the image of a green oak, that appear to keep a close eye on who's coming and going out of the city. And as you move into the interior, Dakira, I imagine you're kind of close in behind the carriage at this point. You can see the streets are very straight and clean. You're running up the main boulevard right now, straight. They run straight up to the gates of the royal castle, far in the distance, probably a mile down, between a lot of other shops and buildings and so on along the way. You can also see next to the castle, the Temple of Suna and its gold dome. Near, you pass wooden buildings built with obvious pride that appear impeccably maintained, oiled and painted and whatever. The fountains and the hedges around them all look immaculate. Hardly seeing any weathering at all, except for the Atlantean Tower, which doesn't seem to have, aside from the timber on it, doesn't seem to have any cleaning done to its stones at all over the centuries. And over each door, just like in Port Frantic, you see these shingles that show symbols and images of the different trades that you pass. It's very busy, and there are multiple markets that you move past. And I guess the driver at some point would have asked you where you want to be dropped. You want to be dropped in the main market, the Central Plaza? Do you want to go? Are you going to a specific inn? Do you want to go to the carriage hub? Where would you like to go?
What time of day is it again?
Little afternoon.
We should probably secure lodging, just so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but it's early in the day. Do you want to just head straight for the castle and look for Lucian?
We do have all of our stuff with us.
That's true. All right, you're right. What would a good secure inn be? What would your recommendation be?
Everything here is secure. I don't know what you keep worrying about.
Does any of them have a cool water feature?
Or are they CDA compliant?
What is what's the best inn?
I talk too much. You have so many questions. I don't know what to say.
Driver, just take us to the best inn.
The best inn.
Oh, no.
Reasonably priced.
The most
best inn.
reasonable.
Bring us to the best one.
No, the most reasonable inn.
No, the best one.
If you're
Can we
paying.
drop you at both?
Yes.
No, let's not split up again. If we're going to the best inn, then you're paying.
What? What? Just bring us.
No, there is a place where many of the Centaur they stay. This is one Centaur. If you would like us to take you to this place, I know they have accommodations specifically for a Centaur.
Ooh.
Group vote?
Go for it.
Okay.
No, very well.
Oh, you're not avoiding him anymore. That's so good for you.
Character growth.
You should probably put on your comparison.
Oh, right.
I'm just
Oh, and maybe a shirt.
I'll lurch into the window and start digging through my. Wait, no, it's in the back.
No, now you're just awkwardly behind. It's like when you take something.
It keeps moving forward while I'm trying to dig in my bag. I'm trying to keep the pace to get my.
Oh yeah, we gotta keep moving. I mean, just
Yeah.
everything is like fluid here right now. But they do. It's not actually very long before they turn off the main boulevard, about a third of the way up, and you see what looks like a wooden. This is basically a wooden structure. It's only one level. It has a corral in the back, and it has what looks like a stable, and that's just off to the side. And then you see there are several centaur that are kind of moving in and out. Maybe a dozen of them, a few of them back in the corral. You see them like basically pairing off and mock fighting just in practice and that sort of thing. See a few of them doing that, getting some exercise. Some of them just kind of lounging on hay bales, watching this whole thing go on under the cover of this stable-looking structure. And then the main open area has got these two double doors that are flung wide open, and it's got these low steps that kind of ramp up into a wide open common room. Mm-hmm. You see lots of high tables, and any chairs that you see as you walk in are kind of shoved up against the wall. There's like half a dozen of them.
Like a Centaur social club.
And you see it's kind of smoke field, and so they're like there's a few of them like passing around this pipe. Mm-hmm. You would recognize it as a tradition you can decide whether or not your family partook in it, but it was a tradition that was mainly by some of the upper crust centaur back in Gottes.
My father and sister partook, but me and my mother, the gatherers, never earned the privilege.
Is there a sign out front? What the place is called?
Yes, actually.
I'll leave that for names.
The Gallop.
Off the
If
date.
it's the Gallop, we're leaving. If it's anything like that, we're out. No, fuck it, I tried.
Find the name of the centaur inn. Yes, I actually have the centaur inn. The galloping, no.
Centaur in what?
Uh, okay.
And this is going to be our next battle map.
As you were challenged by the biggest, baddest centaur in the place.
Oh, don't be silly. We do property damage. Start a bar fight.
Hey, might run into the very first encounter you guys ever had. I can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah. Is there any human or not, or shall I say, any not centaurs in this?
Yeah,
place?
there are a few
Okay, cool.
that are sitting in chairs or standing with
where-
doors.
Yeah, I know. Aside from us.
There's a couple of elves. You don't see any dwarves or kabuter.
It's all the human girls that are
gnomes.
obsessed with horses.
There's a few humans in there. And you have both the large and the smaller centaur mixed together. Male, female, all. Come on, where is it?
They all have ponytails.
Literally.
Yeah, why do they all have riding crocs?
All right, the gallivanting
I don't want
hooves.
to talk about it.
The what?
Gallivanting hooves is what it's called.
I think I'm
It's
okay
not a
with
pun.
that. I think I'm okay with it.
It did sound like the gallop, so that's presumably what I...
Gallivanting hooves. Tavern and inn. Actually, it says lodge house, so it's basically tavern and inn. But as you go in, you're quickly greeted, and the attention is given to you immediately as the unload, your luggage, your bags, whatever. Are you carrying Kevin?
Yeah, I have Kevin.
Okay. Are you just always kind of like carrying him like this, or?
Yeah, well, what I would eventually do is I would cut a couple pieces of rope and be like, Kevin, can you like kind of clasp down on these and kind of make them into a backpack?
Oh, okay. All right, we'll work that.
Yeah.
Sure. So as you go, he's like, oh, this is interesting. Yeah, you're greeted by another centaur that clearly works there. He's you hear a lot of laughter, a lot of really ribald type jokes. Everyone's dressed in the, what'd you call them?
Horse tips.
Comparison.
Horse blanket.
Yes, or something of that nature. Some are fairly elegant, others are more simple. But there's probably 24 centaur that you see, between the outside area and the inside area, and it's open to the back. It doesn't look like it could even be closed, even if inclement weather, with the bar there and so forth.
I have the demeanor of the quiet kid at school that doesn't that's around the popular kids. Like he's a little shrunken in himself right now.
You're not really getting attention. Well, who's getting attention is this one.
Why? What did I do?
Coming in
You
with a
glowed.
slight glow, and the old lady just kind of traipsing in behind you.
Yeah.
But these two are getting a little bit of attention. No one's really paying. You're like,
It's just that social anxiety
Yeah.
energy he has right now. Like he's trying to be cool. He flips his hair a little bit, but he's,
Oh, for once you fit in and you are just as awkward.
to be fair, I'm a lot smaller than them.
but you're the one that they approach. The other centaur approach is, hello, welcome to the Gallivanting Rules. How can I help you?
Yes, my compatriots and I were seeking lodging for the night. Please.
We can definitely help you with this. So he offers you rooms that are compatible for, your as a centaur. But there are other rooms, they have a few, where the two-legged stays. Do you want your own, or how would you like?
I don't want to force them to.
Get your own.
Yeah, I don't want to force them to be in a centaur-only room, so...
Of course.
Should we all get our own?
Yeah.
Why not?
Is there enough?
Yeah. So this is a fairly large place, and you can see that there is there's the open area, and then there's kind of the double doors leading off to the side. As it kind of swings open, you can see stairs that lead off to another building, off to the side of this one. And he tells you, well, very well, this is not a problem at all. We can have your friends stay in the rooms through that door up the stairs. There are several very nice rooms there if you need any accommodations, such as for baths, pointedly looking at Howell, or
I'm clean. I washed myself.
if you say so.
And I'm wearing my nice.
That was 3 days ago.
No, I
dirty.
bathed this. Oh well, yeah.
You just look dirty.
What? You think I haven't showered at any of the hotels? I'm wearing nice clothes.
I don't know your wife.
Like, well, I guess I look more like a druid, so they're just expecting it of me.
He took it to heart when the priest wouldn't see him at first.
Good. Howell learned a lesson. Finally.
There's his character development. He takes more baths.
There you go. Yeah, so you're given a room that's down in the lodge area. Through the opening where the corral is and everything, there's separate, almost like villas set up, and there's about a dozen of them out there. And then a small building that has rooms that are regular rooms. So they're 3 silver a night per person, or per room.
I'll pay for this since it caters more to me.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Nice. Paying 12 silver a night.
And now you have lodgings. What would you like to do?
I kind of want to just. Do we want to go right to the place in Lucian, or do we want to look around the town first? Because I have the sneaking suspicion
I mean,
that one.
As long as we have these, and he holds up the ring. But I think Lucian is a good move.
Is Courth still considered a Western kingdom?
It's part of the southern kingdoms.
These won't work here.
They worked back in Port Frantic.
They weren't supposed to.
I mean, we could go to.
The prince said anywhere in the Western kingdoms we'd
Well,
be given aid
I
and
went
shelter.
through. I went through the Temple of Suna, and it helped me see the High Priest there. I mean, we could try and go through Suna, like through the temple, and see if one of them can get us in with them.
I'd really rather not.
Oh, you
Well,
believe,
of course you wouldn't.
you believe in gods now? That's cute.
Listen, they were very accommodating, and they gave me some fine literature, and I pulled out the pamphlet that the kid gave me.
He didn't give you a pamphlet.
I came back.
He said he would talk with you.
We're talking about.
Yes.
I
Then
hold
he
out.
sat you down
I hold out the
upstairs.
pamphlet of notes that I took.
All right.
It's a crayon
I
drawing
assume
of
it's
a
the
sun.
same. I assume we speak the same language because it seems like we come from the same area.
Yeah, I mean, either way, you can, as long as you're paying
No, I'm not.
attention, you can understand.
I'm from Iru, who went on a student exchange.
Oh.
And got way too into
That's a thing I wonder now.
I'm an expat.
Suppose, hypothetically,
Yeah.
you guys spoke, I don't know, whatever, Italian, and we didn't. Since there's the Atlantean Tower, could they intentionally try to speak in a language to keep a secret? And we're like,
No, we already
we
talked
can
about
fucking
this.
hear you.
This
We
came
already
up,
talked about
yeah.
this, yes, last
Oh,
week.
unless, only if you're not paying attention. Because if you're paying attention to what they're saying, then you can understand it.
Got it.
If you're not, then it just sounds like whatever the words of their language are speaking.
Gotcha.
You're not.
Yeah, you just can't read anything.
All right.
And that. But yeah,
Pass notes back
you
and
both
can
speak
read,
the
right?
language, so.
Yeah.
Eh.
I mean, listen, wasn't part of why we were given these things because they give us some pull with the people that the prince and the king region are connected to?
I thought we were given this so that way we look for the king and queen, and so that way.
Yeah, and Lucian's one of our steps on that road.
Oh,
So I would imagine it has some sway.
I don't know. We'll see.
Plus, we're in a foreign kingdom. As long as they don't assume we steal them, they have no reason to not
They
believe
might
us.
look at you and think you stole it.
They might look at you and think, I don't know, you're a monster.
Well,
I mean, that hasn't
There's
stopped
that.
people before.
How do we know that Walter Day aren't treated very poorly by the royalty here?
oh, most people are afraid.
Are you sure? Because most people seem to be drawn in.
Dakit,
Well,
you want to
it's
weigh in
because
on this?
It's
Well-
because it's fear.
It seems like it's either fear or wanting to sleep with And those are our two options so far.
I wasn't talking about the
Oh.
Why am I the only one on topic right now? This is a rarity.
Are we supposed to go see the Duke or the King now?
We're going to see Lucian.
It's early in the day. We can go look at the castle.
All right.
Yeah.
At least.
If nothing, we can at least schedule an audience for another day.
All right.
As we start walking around the town, though, this place looks really like. I know it's pretty and all, but this is like the most unnatural, strange place I've ever been in. Like that tree is a square. That bush is a square, and it's not supposed to be a square.
You haven't seen those before?
I've seen them try. I've never seen them succeed.
Try to be squares?
I think they just cut it that way.
I know, and it's still like that. That is
They
bizarre.
cut it more than one.
They cut a lot of trees down here. I hope you haven't noticed.
It makes sense for them to do it around the city, because that makes sense from a defensive standpoint. But, this is weird, I say, pointing at, I assume, a random house that has, square shrubbery around the front.
Yeah, I mean, they would look strange to you as a druid.
Yeah.
You've seen them in Lyonesse, but here it seems like...
It's pervasive.
Yes. They're, just obsessed with it.
With
here.
order.
Yes. I mean, Courth has a lot of reflections of Lyonesse, but culturally, but it seems like it's maybe the best description is kind of in between Ease and Lyonesse. Ease is like Vegas, everything goes, and then you have Lyonesse that's really straight laced, but then you have kind of the creative, artistic in the middle of Courth. So it seems more Western, but you guys don't know what Southern Kingdom is really, so you haven't experienced that so
Ease
much.
is like New Orleans. This is like Austin, Texas. The other one's like Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay, all right. So yeah, it's
Wild.
yeah. So I mean, it's not really too foreign except to a druid. So what's your plan?
Are we just walking in and saying we would like to speak to Lucian?
Well,
Because that's my plan.
with our track record, I think Hildegard, believe it or not, has the best luck with these things. So perhaps you
know.
can take point.
I mean, they'll stare at her anyway, so let's just
I'm
let it
just
happen.
going to do what she said.
Also,
All right, we'll head towards the castle.
yeah.
All right. So making way out of the gallivanting hooves lodge house. This is a lot more metropolitan than Port Frantic, and you're seeing again all the racial mix here, like you would in Lyonesse. Not seeing Twatha Day really at this point. Have you run into Twatha Day yet? Have I described you running into? I know you were in Lyonesse very, very briefly.
Nope.
I don't think that you have you?
Nope.
Okay.
Just the one I knew.
Yep. So, yeah, and it's the same here. Mostly human, of course. But it seems like more Kabooter gnomes in this area, in the city, than what you've seen in other places.
Like this one's named Backstrap, and that one's
My stomach growls a little when we walk down the street.
Don't even think about it.
And then, I mean, and they're not just, they don't just seem like travelers. Some of them seem like they work here, they live here. There are, as you go through some of the markets, the hawkers that are shouting from the mobile kiosks, sweetmeats and ales and cinnamon mead and so forth that they're offering to you as kind of like regional delights that you can partake in if you choose.
I mean, both of us perk up.
I perk up too.
That seems like something we should absolutely partake on our way to see Lucian.
Yeah, so you can sample a lot of things, the silver each, over here and there. You got little coppers running around. Silver's the dominant coinage in Courth for sure. As you're moving up the Broadway amongst all these other people, it's a long way to get to the gates of this castle, and you're going up an elevation. It's slight elevation, but it's an elevation that you're going up that you can feel as you get closer and closer and closer. And then once you get to these big golden gates and a secondary wall that moves around and just embraces this entire, several floors of towers and buildings and other outbuildings and so forth within these walls, the golden gates are shut. And I mean, they're shut as you approach. They didn't see them shut. They just are shut. And you see that there
It's coming.
there are a number of these knights, let's say, or metal-clad soldiers, guards, whatever they might be, that are inside. And then there are two on foot on each side of the gate outside, and then another one on a horse on each side, just kind of standing, watching, interacting with the people. You see they're like talking with people that they know in the city. They don't seem to be too standoffish and like you're approaching the king's palace in England.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. We would like to come into the castle, please.
Which one are you talking to? The one on the horse or the one on the ground?
One on the horse. He's obviously the boss.
Nice.
It's true though. I mean,
Looking at it closer, yeah, he has kind of a plume on top of his helmet. Is a white plume. The other one is a red plume. He does kind of seem like the boss. He just kind of chuckles. Even for the day, that may be difficult. You have an appointment to see someone?
No, but Prince
Arthur Penjago.
Arthur Penjago sent us here on a quest to meet Lucian.
Lucian, how is?
Oh, it's a long story.
Oh, we've heard a bit here, I have to say.
You're familiar with what happened in Lionsgate?
We have heard.
Well, we were there right before that happened.
That is a shame. We have, that's why we have so much extra security here. You may see it around the city. Precautions. Terrible things are happening everywhere. They have not happened here, though. I have made sure of that. In any case, if you'll kindly just give me, who are you here to see? I don't understand. Lucian.
Lucian?
we're here.
Lucian, who is the Lucian?
I don't know.
I am not familiar with anyone in the palace by this name.
He's, oh god, is it Lucian or Lucius? Lucianus. He is,
I wrote down Lucian.
yeah.
I could have gotten it wrong.
He's a librarian, head of that archive. Archive or whatever.
It's a good fucking idea. Yeah. He works at the 7-Eleven.
I'm looking at you guys because your notes are probably better than mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't write down anything about
You
that.
didn't write anything down.
Yeah, but this is a character choice.
I thought he was the advisor to King Frantic.
Oh. The king, he has many advisors. I do not recall one named Lucian.
Any name close to that, perhaps?
What position does he hold as advisor?
Advising.
All of our advisors, they have very specific. They could be.
He's nothing to do with magic.
The one who would be most knowledgeable about the demon stealing the queen.
Metagame pigeons are coming to you because none of us wrote this down.
How about this?
Bunch of idiots.
Lucian.
We've been on the road a long time. Any of the advisors whose name begin with L?
Silent K.
The other fellow on the horse comes over. He kind of, and they have this conversation with Lucian. Who's Lucian in the palace? And some advisor to the king. He's saying, but she's the other day. I don't. It can't. No, it cannot. All right, I'll ask.
If you think it's weird, then it's probably right.
It cannot be the royal historian Lucian.
I was right!
Amazed!
Yes, that's him.
Oh my God. Okay, well, if you're here to see Lucius, then you've come to the wrong gate, my friend.
Did you really not understand?
No, no one comes here to see Lucius. I mean, not like this, not you.
Are you saying we look like historians? Because you're right.
Why did he look at me and say, well, like I'm the exception?
Can you even read any of the languages native here?
Yeah, can you? I know I can't, and I know he can't.
You have come to the Lucius is not in the gates, unless he's been called by the king, but more likely by the queen. He lives actually just to the west.
To the west.
Yes, you will see his mansion studio. It has the big bronze doors. It has the galloping centaur statues that are rearing in and well.
Is he
I'm a little perturbed that we asked for someone named Lucian, and you know someone named Lucious, and didn't think that might be what the fuck.
No one comes to look for Lucius here.
It really wasn't that far of a leap from.
You know, but if you will just, I will take you there, please.
Well, that would be very nice.
You two, come with me.
I think I'll wait outside.
I think we all needed to get us in the gate.
is he a centaur or a purveyor?
No, he is not a centaur. Although, to be truth told, I think you would like to be a centaur.
Okay. Yes. All right.
I'm not getting out of
I
this.
mean, in a man is something on the inside, which we all are. I think that he is a centaur on the inside.
You took a bath today, right?
Yes.
I'm not getting out of this with my annoying virginity intact, am I?
He can only look, not touch.
Could you turn into a centaur?
I can turn into a horse. And you've been telling me for weeks and weeks that
We're
horses are
walking
not
while they're
fed.
talking.
Yes.
This is all happening on the way.
No, that's fine. I mean, you're being marched down there. It's
Yeah.
like a little parade, you know, with the mounted guy in front and
I'm
you know,
still
Captain-
bitching at him.
He says, "Oh, yes. What is your name?" He's talking to you as he turns back on.
Bob.
Bob.
My name is Bob.
It's a very strange name, but I
It's
do.
almost as strange as not recognizing Lucian's solution.
And Hal, all you hear is you feel first this vibration on your back, and you're
Kevin laughing. I was thinking that the entire time. Kevin's loving this right now.
He's just having a great time. This is the purpose of Kevin, just to be an observer of your life.
He's a spectator.
And finally, you get down to this mansion that's separated from. It's like almost up against the walls of the palace, but it's separated by just a few yards, and it is quite extravagant looking. He's got these big marble steps that kind of sweep up toward these two double bronze doors, and on each side of the landing, you see what appear to be centaurs just rearing up, and they've got bows in their hands like they're shooting in the sky.
Ooh.
And they are highly, what's the word?
Endowed.
Erect.
Well, yeah.
I was gonna say Greek statue.
Yes. So they're
Usually flaccid.
exactly.
Well,
Not
not
and
the
small.
herms.
No, they are in their full glory.
Yes, and that's they kind of points toward the bronze doors. Here you are. We'll be leaving you here now. Bob.
Thank you.
Wouldn't be sure to
Yeah.
give you a full horse.
Take care.
But
I'd be sure
hate
to give you a
this
full
so
report.
much.
I will
really,
say, Takia, right now, you are in the most powerful position of your life, right? I think you should take the lead on this conversation. Now, remember, while you are not comfortable, use your sexuality.
Or let Hildy take the lead and help by being a distraction.
I think that's great. Hildegard can take the
I
lead.
don't think that's the best idea.
How? I have never been sexual in my life.
Well, you know,
I don't know what that even means.
Yes.
well, these guys are at the bottom of the steps, like having this conversation. You
Remember,
see Hildy
practice
just
good.
walk up and start banging on the door. Within moments, one of the doors opens inward, and you can see what looks like, just through the crack, an expansive room beyond. Looks lots of marble and more statues and stairs that are like climbing up from each side to a central balcony. And there's a man. He's a computer gnome. As the door opens, you know, just like for a moment you don't see anybody. And it's like, hello, what you want?
Are you Lucious?
I'm not Lucious.
Well, that's what I want. I want
Why are you here? Why are you disturbing Lucius today?
because I want to talk to him.
Why do you want to talk to him? I see you talk today. I see. I like the glow. Very nice. Okay.
Thank you.
Why are you here?
Do you want to smell a vial of rosemary?
Yes, I would. Oh, it's wonderful. You kind of, I feel it.
Sprinkle a little rosemary on top.
Oh, it's very nice. he seems to like just relax and for a moment shakes himself.
I'm so glad I gave you.
Where are you guys?
Where we were at the bottom of the stairs arguing, and then we slowly
I'm
went to
trying
the
to
top.
get Dikir to be swole.
Yeah, so
So-
once we get to the top of the I assume we get to the top of the stairs once we see Hildy's seasoning.
And as he finishes that whole thing with the rosemary, and then you guys come up, the gnome just kind of peeks around Hildy, and you see his face just drops. Another one, and he's looking directly at you.
Hello?
Yes.
One moment.
Oh, I didn't have to do anything.
The door is left cracked open, and you see the little gnome. He goes rushing back toward. I mean, it's like 60 feet to the back of this room, and in the back of this room, you see there's a like a. Okay, yeah, you can open it. And again,
Turn into something small and sneak in.
Like Scooby-Dooing on the side of the door, peeking in.
and you see him pull on this golden rope in the back, and there's just this light ding, kind of echoes through the chamber. There's other doors and corridors leading off into the mansion, and then at the top of the stairs, you see this man is that a little bit. He's got this blonde hair, and it's got a part, but it's kind of poofy, and kind of like Don King, but blonde.
Oh,
he's human.
shit.
He's human, fair skin. He looks, it's like he is well groomed. He's got the yellow blonde hair parted on the side, a handlebar mustache, thick beard, parted in the middle, and then brushed up the sides to join sideburns
Nice.
and these dark brown eyes. He's wearing this like almost like a night coat, night robe, but it's silky and it's like,
The Hugh Hefner, of course.
but it's not tied. It's like just like loose on him, and you see he's wearing something very nice underneath it. But as he comes to the balcony to look over, he can see that the door's been opened up a bit
Swung
more.
open.
His eyes immediately go to you, and you see like confusion. And then as his eyes pass you and beyond, he sees Hal. And he just kind of flits over that. And he sees Kiva doesn't even register. His eyes move on and lock onto Kier. And immediately he throws off the robe. And what he's like just trying to get himself, patting down his hair, and it's just poofing back up. He's wearing clothing that's more typical of Ease, what you saw in Ease and Court. Very colorful, tailored tunic, excessive rustles, and like loose breeches, low soft boots, lots of jewelry. And as he gets closer, you can smell the perfume coming off him as he approaches. He stands in the middle of the room, as far as he goes. The gnome is standing right beside him. It's kind of like Fantasy Island. I look for a minute, and he looks down and says, "You might bring them in." And the little gnome comes forward. "If I see you've opened the door, so come in."
Okay, what's your name?
Bob.
Do you like butter, Bob?
No, that's not my name. I heard you tell the guard he called you Bob. I know your name's not Bob. This cannot be Bob. There's no part of day I know ever to say Bob.
Do you know a lot of Tuatha Dé,
I have
Bob?
met a few, yes.
And they were named Bob
But they
too?
were not named Bob.
Oh.
His name is Mike.
Were they all named Samuel?
No, they were not Samuel. But anyway, my name is Berkeley. And you're welcome here. Please come in. Lucious is waiting. And Lucious is just standing there,
Yeah.
waiting. His eyes just on the cure as you come in. What did he have under the robe?
Fancy clothes. Fancy clothes.
Yeah, like colorful clothing. Tailored clothing. Yeah.
I thought I just want to make.
Yeah, it's not like a free robe of a man who's too wealthy to care.
And as you come in, Jakir, you come in, you hear the him suddenly move forward very quickly, and you hear the clack, 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 clack of his heeled boots
He's got tap boots to sound like hooves.
over the marble floor,
Nice.
moving very quickly. And ignoring all of you, he just charmed and reaches out his hand. My name is Lucious.
-1. That is
May
the
I
4.
ask your name?
I am the kid of Clan Onagate.
I am charmed to meet you.
I am charmed to meet you.
Hi. Both of you.
Good of you.
Did I call for you earlier, or is it?
I'm like side-eyeing you guys. Did you call for me?
I must have, I think.
You must have. I'm trying my best.
I am. Gibbon's just dying in the corner.
He's assuming the mannerism. His chest is puffed out a bit more, and he has like the laid back. He's trying to emulate Francisco in confidence.
He seemed a little bit confused at this point.
That's fair. So
So do I.
I am happy that you are here. And you can tell by his accent that it's not the typical Courtian accent. It sounds a lot more like Ease or Lyonesse. But the way he fills his R's are in more of that Easian and Courtian way that kind of belies his, or betrays his origin as being from one of these two areas. Because the Easians and the Courtians seem very similar to you. In any case.
Portugal, that's fair.
Yeah, so at this point, he's kind of looking around. Who are your companions?
This is Hildegard, Howl, and Keeper. We're here on important business, and Hildegard knows most of the details.
because she's
His eyes are just, he sees that, his eyes are just moving to each of you.
Yeah,
and
we-
almost disappointment as you say this. What sort of business can I help you with?
Well, the Prince of Lionsgate sent us to talk to you about the Radiant Crown. I think my father has one piece of it, and Drogon's lover and sister and brother have the other
You've
pieces.
said enough. Let's go have refreshments in the private chambers. And here we will discuss this more. I know what you speak.
Oh, good. No one else does.
I need to understand more of what you're saying before I can.
Was I talking too fast?
No, I just believe that we need to have a little bit more privacy. His eyes kind of wander over to the gnome who's kind of standing off to the side but paying attention. Berkeley, prepare the room. We will have tea and refreshments together and discuss what our new friends here have done. Again, my name is Lucious. My very best friends call me Lucious. I hope that we will form a relationship, looking poignantly at the cure.
Look, everybody loves the cinema
I
talk.
will learn so much, and perhaps you will as well, as we speak. And he brings you, following the gnome, follows you into this antechamber, which is quite luxurious, and bids you sit down. And as he sits, he kind of turns serious. You are here to ask me about the Verbus Enoch. And this will end the session.
oh boy.
Till next time. The next time's gonna start really fucking real.
Yeah, and
So,
that 8 charisma is gonna do some heavy lifting, buddy.
Made an asexual character that has had the most sexual circumstances.
he's getting hit on all the
Text
time.
somebody.
He's getting hit on all the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you're the
Most
one
of
out
it.
there. You're the
Lucky
one.
you.
Are you wearing your special coat right now?
I would have, yeah.
He
Go ahead.
I know you were talking about getting.
No, we're going to the castle. I would have put it on.
All right.
I have my special clothes on.
Okay.
Your comparison.
Next time. Next time.